9 plus 9 because you wouldn't give her one.
Thank you. Welcome to Damage Does D&D. 69 plus 2, apparently. No, we are episode number 70 in Helloran Rising. And last time, why don't I let Sprocket tell us all about last time?
I must admit, I'm struggling with my place in this world, even more than I usually do. We have just finished a fleeting visit to Drummond, albeit just the forest, my home in the traditional sense. There I felt, much like I did before, that I didn't belong, wasn't welcome, and it reminded me of why I left. Although for a brief moment it was pleasant to be back. The revelation that my mother is now warden of the forest is intriguing. I'm sure I will learn more as we go along, but that woman would do anything for power and to prove herself. Selfish attitude, really. We finally arrive at Daghold, the home of the dwarves, the home of Gus and Yorick. My future home? That remains to be seen. I was expecting the all-powerful, mighty champion of Reorcs, the skilled and highly respected cleric of Reorcs, and Gus to be treated with a bit more of a friendly welcome than we actually got. But never mind. We seem to have an ally in Arian, and he instructs us to make our way to a safe house in the city. Of course, for me and the dwarves blending in, it shouldn't be too difficult. But the others, especially Ferenz, this may be a little bit more tricky. Ferenz goes invisible, Celeste turns into a crow, a beard is drawn on dear Florian, and we spend a good few minutes discussing the epiphany that Florian's cloak does not have a hood. Who knew? With great stealth, we make our way through the city. We see crowds of dwarves being riled up by some sort of leader, and a great horn is sounded over the city. Apparently this is some sort of call to arms, and the populace dispersed to do dwarf things, I guess. We make it to the safe house and find a trapdoor leading to an underground passage. We descend and travel along it single file, the more blind among us being led by the rest. After 20 or so minutes, we find what we think we're looking for, the cellar of another house. We regroup in this new safe house and scout our surroundings. We notice that our newest acquaintance, Dell, has disappeared, and Ferenz and Melissa reveal that they believe her to be actually an emerald dragon. Now, I knew this from the moment I saw her. I'm just glad that my companions have finally caught on to the fact. It is quite satisfying watching them all grow as people. We decide to go down another tunnel, and I catch a quick word with Florian. A quick word is normally all you need. He's a simple man after all. He is okay, the scar is okay. That'll do for now. We reach a door and hear some rhythmic chanting coming from the other side. Peering in, we see some sort of high priest, a couple of lackeys, and a whole lot of lava. Or magma, I'm never quite sure. Gus shoots the priest in the face, and the fight begins. Nice.
Well, as dear Sprocket has told us, we are currently in the middle of a fight. So we better take a look at this fight, hadn't we? I can't find it. Hang on. Oh, that's because it's under there.
Just to point out, Gus, he actually called you Gus and not the other one.
Mm-hmm. Must be running in and shooting something.
Progress.
Okay, so let's... technology's getting the better of me today. Okay, so if we remember, we have over here Melissa, Ferenz, Gus, Miette, poor old Deadlands. We have Sprocket, Dulmir, Florian, Yorick, and Varend, and 3 monstrosities that have been somehow created. So, the question remains, let's go to the top of the round, which is, Florian, what would you like to do?
Cool. So, if I were to just have a quick look around the room, would that be an action or would it be like a free? just because basically I just want to see if there's anything else happening with these pools where the other dragons came out or monsters came out.
I mean, if you want to go and take a look at in the pools, that would be using your movement and action to go and look. But
Okay.
You're welcome to if you want to.
Nah. Okay. So I will take a hit at Chappie, who's next to me. Then.
Okay, so you want to turn around and smack poor old Dulmere. Okay.
Yeah, if I went round a little bit, and would I be flanking him with Yorick?
You could go around this way and flank him with Sprocket.
Yeah, sure.
If
Okay,
you
I'll
wanted
do that
to.
then. Yeah.
Sure.
I'm going to use my. You'll see Florian quickly put his quarterstaff on his back, and I'm going to use my fists for these ones because I know that they're magical.
Okay.
Ooh, so 2 really good rolls there, 18 and a 19, so 26 for the first one.
Yep, that hits.
Minimum damage, 6 points of magical bludgeoning damage for that
6
one.
points of magical bludgeoning. Okay.
I'll do the second one on him as well.
Sure.
And that is non-natural 20 to hit.
20 hits.
I'm definitely going to roll a different d6 other than that one. And that's better. So that's 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
9 points of bludgeoning damage. Okay.
And then what I will do is I'm going to use my bonus action to hit the monster behind Yorick.
Okay.
Or try to.
Sure.
That's not with 2 dice so Philly, so don't roll both of them. 16, 23 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Oh, that does hit.
Yep.
Cool. So I'll do the damage for that, but I also want to try a stunning strike on that as well, please.
Okay, so
If
that's a
possible.
deck save, is it?
Let me just get it
Con?
on my
Or is it
point. I think it's
Constitution?
con.
Okay.
I haven't used it in a while.
Yeah, I think it's con.
Right. Just get rid of that. Yeah, con save.
Con save. Right, okay. Con save. That's 18?
Oh, yeah, it's a save. It's a 15.
Okay, cool.
But that was. I just need to double check this with my.
So what was your damage for the...
I just got to double check if I add my bonus to that because I can use my bonus action to do a. Oh yes, I can. So yes, that would be another 9 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use the rest of my movement to back up. Not there. Come. I want to say down, as in away from Yorick.
Oh, okay. So that way.
Yeah, that way. Yeah, there.
Okay.
Please.
No opportunity attacks because of dope monk shit, right?
Yeah, I'm just. Do I go there? Do we? Yeah, I'll stay there. I'll stay there. That's it. That's all of me done.
Okay. Miette, you are up with Sprocket preparing, please.
Of long-standing tradition, I will cast stab.
Excellent. Good choice.
In fact, I will cast double stab.
Double stab. Fantastic.
My favourite spell.
And fail completely with a 2 and a 1. For fuck's sake.
Yeah, you... This thing is harder to hit than it looks. It seems you just sort of slide off this sort of slightly slimy carapace it's got.
Between its blood, its goo and my blood, it's just not happening.
It's not, no, unfortunately not. Anything else, Mia?
No.
Can I
apart
just
from
double check? You've
steam
just
effort.
got one dragon egg, haven't you?
Yes, I failed the strength check on the other one.
That's true, yes. Okay, cool. Good to
And then
know.
I got attacked, so I got distracted.
Okay, anything else, Mia? Was that yours? Your go?
No, that's me. Unfortunately,
Okay.
that's me.
Sprocket, you're up with Yorick preparing, please.
Okay, I'm gonna attack Lance again.
You can't attack Lance, he's dead. But you can
Oh,
attack.
is he? Okay.
Yeah, you can attack Dolmir, which is the one in front of you.
Yes, yeah, sorry. Yeah, Dolmia.
Okay. Stop it.
You could attack Lance, but it'd be redundant, given that,
Yeah,
just
you're quite
standing.
far away from Lance, so
Yeah.
Dolmir might be a better choice. I mean, you can go for
Yeah.
Lance if you want.
That's why I thought we were fighting last week. Yeah, I'll attack with Great Weapon Fighter on
Okay.
him.
Go for it.
So first attack.
Lance,
bonus
Lance
action,
is the
not-
one that makes poor life choices.
Okay. Our bonus action summon the flump again, the
Okay.
animal behind him. The first one is a 19 to hit.
19 does not hit.
Ooh. Second
Dodges out
attack
of the way.
is no, that doesn't hit either.
Ooh,
That's a 9 to hit.
yeah.
Okay.
Dolmir is taking his revenge.
And then the anvil explodes, and it needs he needs to make a dex save.
Dex save, but everybody else does as well. That's in the radius, which would be Yorick and the creature, I believe. Is it 10 foot or 5 foot? It's 5 foot.
5 foot.
Yeah. So, Yorick. That's a fail from Dulmir. And the creature, I think, is probably going to succeed with a non-natural 20.
Yeah.
And I got 11.
So you fail as well.
Okay, what's the fail damage?
Oh, 6 max.
6.
Damn you.
So,
What sort of damage is it?
Force.
Yeah, no one resists that.
Well, that's why everybody uses the force. Okay, so
That's me.
brilliant stuff. Yorick, you're up with Celeste preparing.
Okay, so whereabouts am I and who have I got around me?
You are just there. There's a big, sort of slimy, scaly thing behind you with strange lumps in it. There's Dulmir just there, and there's Varend just behind you as well. You're not in the greatest position. Oh, this is.
I know it's not great. I'm going to continue what I failed at relentlessly last week
Yes.
by just forcing out another ring of spinning weaponry.
Okay.
I'm down to 3rd level now
Whoa.
because I managed to roll 2 natural ones. If you
You
remember,
did, yes. You failed on your Constitution checks.
Yeah. So I'll do that.
So you're now concentrating.
Okay. I am now concentrating. That will be my action.
Okay. You've still got your spiritual weapon.
Yeah. So the hammer's going to attack Baron.
Okay.
Where's my hammer? I cast that at something. Roll that. Oh! I hit.
Ooh,
Well, 26.
26 definitely hits. Some spiritual weapon
Mid-
damage.
middling damage, 13 damage.
13.
Yeah,
Nice.
And I'll just gotta start trying to shout stuff at him. What's my accent?
West Country.
What is wrong with you? You've ruined everything. As hammer bonks.
Okay. Anything else, Yorick?
All I can do.
Okay. Celeste, you are up with me then, Ferenz.
Okay, I'm gonna skirt around Dalmir, so I'm not going within 5 feet of him, but I want to
Okay.
be within 5 feet of Yorick.
Which way you going? This way around or that way around?
I was thinking of going diagonally up from Yorick, so next to the structure.
Okay, so you're 20 there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I will place my hand on Yorick's shoulder and cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level. And
Nice.
I will chalice that onto Florian.
Okay. Roll your cure wounds.
So that's 23 hit points back to Yorick.
Nice.
Thank you.
And for
Oh no, I pressed damage.
Oops.
Other way.
and 9 for Florian.
Nine
Thank
for
you.
Florian.
Thank you.
Superb. Anything else, Celeste?
I do not believe so.
Okay, so it's this guy's go, and he is going to do his acid belch. So I would like a Constitution saving throw from. Let's have a look. So Yorick, Celeste, Dulmir, and so 30 feet. Yeah, and Sprocket, please.
Did you say poison?
No,
So
I said acid.
Beg your pardon.
it would be great if it was poison.
Oh, well, that was what I was just thinking.
Yeah, well, you're already sort of one up on the poison thing, so. Okay, so let's have the con check for Yorick, please.
17.
17. That's. Well, I better roll the damage first because you take half. So
Is it a con save or con check?
save. It's a save. So you take 18 points of acid damage, please, Yorick.
Okay.
And
And that's
obviously
halved.
that's halved. So no, I've already halved it. It's actually 37 points of damage, but you get 18. So the next concentration check from Celeste, please.
20. Non-natural.
20. So you take 18 points of acid damage as well. And let's do Dulmir. Takes 18 points of acid damage. And Sprocket, please.
16.
16. You take 18 points of acid damage.
Away with that one.
Okay. So you got. How did your concentration check go for your Yorick?
Oh yeah. 7.
7. So that's a fail, isn't it?
Never lucky. Never lucky.
So
If it's a Constitution saving throw, how can you get 7?
Because my Constitution saving throw modifier is +3 and I rolled a 4.
That's terrible. You're a bad man. Better.
That someone should have made.
oh yeah,
whoever-
sorry. The monster needs to make the save throw.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
wisdom save. Maybe
wisdom-
I'll get some damage off.
that's wisdom save. That's a 9.
Level.
So,
Oh, okay.
That's
So at least,
I'm assuming is a fail. So what damage does he take?
and third level, 12 points of rage.
Nice.
Don't
Okay.
both of them take it? Isn't it like a 10-foot radius?
It happens at the start of their turn,
Start
Oh
their
yes,
turn.
yes. Oh yes. yes.
and after that, I then failed and lost the spell. So yeah,
Just double checking for everything here, guys. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
That's the
Okay,
problem with being
so-
a melee cleric when you're trying to concentrate on stuff, isn't it?
You need to get yourself Warcaster or Resilient Constitution.
yeah,
Or just be a dwarf.
that's too obvious.
Yeah.
Although the amount of battles he's been in Warcaster would be a logical pickup for him.
Okay.
I'll happily
So-
discuss this to the session.
Yeah. He'll have to lose his war healer though.
He's going to move.
Dog's been a knob.
So you get an opportunity attack, Yorick,
Excellent. Right.
as Varend moves away from you.
Little
So let's
bitch.
roll that first.
Ooh, natural 19 for 28.
Yes, that definitely hits.
But we'll just roll it there. 10 points of
10
bludgeoning.
points of bludgeoning damage. Okay, let's just take that off, Aaron. Okay. Okay, cool. So, we need to roll a couple of things. Oh, that's good. Okay.
I need to know.
Yeah, it is. Well, for me, anyway. That one. That one. And that one. Okay, and he is going to... 4. Excellent. So, casts a spell. And that's his go. Awesome. Excellent. Right, okay. Ferenz, you are up with Gus preparing, please.
Okay, can I sidestep a little and go to stay within the monster's combat range, but sort of move as far towards Trelador, Sprocket, and that group as possible?
Sure. I mean, you can go sort of... He's there, so you can go sort of there.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So he's going to do something very similar to last time, and you'll see him just bang the staff on the floor, and you'll just see this eruption of light from the top.
Okay.
So as my action, I'm going to use my Channel Divinity again.
Okay.
So that is... Oh, Christ, where's it gone? Oh, don't do this to me, please. So dispels any magical darts in 30 feet. Additionally, each hostile creature within 30 feet that doesn't have a total cover must make a con save.
Okay. Just those two. Okay. Con save. Okay.
Yep.
So first one is a natural 20 for 23.
Okay.
That's that one. So that one is natural 8 for 11.
Okay, so 1 pass, 1 fail. So the total damage is 16, 25 points of damage. The one that passed still takes half.
Okay, so one takes half, you say?
Yeah.
But it was 25?
25 points.
25 points, nice. So, okay. And he passed, so 13. So maths. Because it's not in D&D Beyond, I'm doing it manually. So
Yeah. It'd be 12, not 13, wouldn't it? Because we round down.
Oh yeah, 25, wasn't it? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll put that extra 1 point back on. That could be all important later on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
okay, so that's
yeah.
okay. Cool.
And then, sort of as my bonus action, you'll see sort of the light collapsing on itself again, sort of burst out into multiple motes. And I'm going to cast a 4th level mass healing word.
Okay.
So I can hit up to 6 creatures of my choice.
Within
So within 60 feet.
60. So you've definitely got them. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Yeah, I'll say you can get everybody.
Cool. So it will be Sprocket, Yorick,
Sprocket, Yorick,
Blessed, Florian.
Celeste. Florian. So these 4 down here.
Yep. Myself.
Yep.
And then Miet.
Okay.
So it's 2d4 plus 5. Let's roll that shit. 1 good and a 1 not so good. So that's a 4 and a 2, so that's 6 and 5. It's 11 points of healing.
To all those people. Lovely.
Thank you.
Sweet. Anything else,
Thank
friends?
No, that's me. I can't really
That's
do
you.
much
Okay.
else.
Gus, you're up with Melissa preparing, please.
I'm going to try shooting that beastie in front of me again, the one that's attacking, the same one I've been attacking.
This one, yeah.
Yeah.
Just okie dokie.
Great weapon master, of course. Not great weapon master, sharpshooter. What am I talking about? That's a non-natural 20.
20, yeah, that hits.
Okay, and I'm going to make it my favoured foe.
Okay. 3. Okay. So let me just get your favoured foe on.
And Bridvis is going to empower the shot as well.
Awesome.
So that is 5, 11, 14, 20, 30 points of damage.
Whoa.
Woof.
Okay.
Gus just went, fuck
Who-
off.
Who are you attacking? Sorry, James.
The one that's fighting yet.
Right.
And then if it's still standing, I'm going to do it again.
Okay.
Oh, no, I missed that time. That was only 10.
Yeah, that's a miss, I'm afraid.
And with my bonus action, Bridris is going to have a nom.
Okay. Normal way, Bridris.
Do a knob.
That is 18.
No, it's not 69 this week. 18 to hit. 18 definitely hits.
Non-British.
And she does 5 points of damage. No, 9 points of damage. So.
9 points of damage. This thing's looking rough. Okay, so anything else, Gus?
No, that's me go.
Okay, Melissa, you
Oh,
are...
no. Can I try and pick up that bloody egg again?
Sure. With a strength check.
Oh, 16.
16, yeah.
Hey!
You have an egg. Okay, so Melissa, you are up with me preparing.
Okay. My hex making me aware of where he is. I'm going to hone in on Varand.
Yep.
Have I got a line of sight on him?
Yeah.
Cool. So,
I mean, he's here, so yeah, it's a pretty much straight shot.
yeah. So, Melissa's going to kind of twitch and tremble, and I'm going to use my action, cast Eldritch Blast with, where is it? I've lost it. Hang on. Mystic Frenzy to make an attack on my bonus action.
Ooh, go for it.
So, the Eldritch Blasts. Woo! I can keep hold of my D20s. Where did that go? There it is. That is a 19. Hang on. Yep, 12 plus 7. 19 to hit.
19 does not hit for end.
Okay. Second attack. Okay, that's a natural 20. It's a bit of a difference.
Well, that hits then.
Hang on. D10s. I forgot to get my D10s out. D6s. So that is. Ooh, hello. I like those numbers. There's some good numbers in there.
Excellent.
15 points of force damage and 9 points of necrotic damage for 24 total.
Ooh. Alright, okay. So you see that second bolt blast into him.
Yeah. It's like, with the way Melissa does it, the two Eldritch Blasts leave and the arrow trails after them.
Yeah. Okay.
Go for that D20.
And your bonus action is your...
My bonus action is my Mystic Frenzy.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's a natural 20 again.
Another one? Jeez. Criminy.
12, 20, 20. Okay.
Nice.
Good start.
Excellent start.
So that's 2d8, 2d6, 2d6.
Okay.
Because I have my Crimson Right on as well.
You do. And your hex as well.
Turns out, when Melissa has to turn to Fiona's power, Melissa gets shit done.
Yep. There's a lesson here, isn't there, children?
Always trust the devil.
Indeed, always trust your patron.
I was going to say, like, it would be funny if the D6s come up 666, but didn't quite. It's 555 instead.
The neighbour
Better
of
the
the
devil
beast.
you know.
Neighbour of the beast. Ba, ba, ba. I assume you don't need damage types separated.
Unless
magical
it's fire.
piercing. Yeah, it's not fire. I deliberately didn't choose fire because of where we were. That is 19 points of magical piercing,
Okay.
10 points of lightning, and 8 points of necrotic for lots. Hang on. 19, 29, 37. Yeah, 37 total.
Okay. Cool. Excellent. You see that shot slams into him, sort of almost knocks him off his feet as he rocks from that huge hit there.
Melissa's
Anything else,
arms are
Melissa?
trembling. My arms are trembling, and I'm just kind of keeping my aim trained on him.
Okay. Righto. Anything else? Or is that it?
That's it.
That's your go.
That's it for
Okay,
me.
so Dormir is going to have a go. He is going to attack. Well, is he bright enough to work out? No, he's not. Never been the brightest, Dormir. So that it will be an attack on Sprocket, and that is a 24 to hit.
Hits.
Okay.
Hits.
That's 8 points of bludgeoning, half to 4, obviously. And he's going to take his second. Oh, it's 3 attacks, does he? Awesome. That's a 15 to hit. I'm guessing that doesn't.
That's an hit, no.
And that definitely hits. That's a 27. And that is 15 points, half down to 7.
Okay.
Okay, and yep, that'll be him. Yeah. Okay, so the next one to go is, I think it's this one. Let me just check. Yep, this one. So he's going to. What has he got? What's on him? Oh, fairy fire. Oh, okay. Didn't realise it was fairy fired. It will turn to Ferenz and start attacking. He gets.
I don't think that was fairy fired. I think that was a guiding bolt that was used.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
And no,
And no
oh, no,
one-
it wasn't. Yeah, so and no one's hit it so far. So there you
Yes, whoever hits it next gets advantage.
go. Okay, so he gets 3 attacks. Okay. So first attack is a natural 20 for lots. So it was a claw attack. So it's 4, but I'm not going to bother rolling the poison because you're all immune to poison. D8. Where's my D8 gone? Come here, D8. All is forgiven. That's cracking, that. 7, 14 plus 4. That's 18 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And second attack, which is a 20.
Warding flare. So with disadvantage because I can use my reaction.
Okay. So that was a 15. That was lucky. Second roll was a natural 20 again. So a lot of natural 20s being hit today. It's interesting. So yeah, it's still 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
So this is just 1d8. So that's 8 points of slashing damage. And yeah, he's going to use his third attack as well. which probably isn't going to hit with 17.
No.
No. Okay. Cool. That'll be him then. The other one is going to attack Miette. So that's a 17 to hit. Yep. Okay.
Oh,
That's
sorry, that wasn't muted.
11 points of slashing damage. The second attack is going to go against Bridris, which is a 25 to hit. Which I'm assuming hits, James, yeah? Can't hear James, but...
Muted.
Sorry, yes, that hits.
I thought it would. That's 8 points of slashing damage against Bridris. And it's going to take another one against Bridris. Bridris keeps hurting it. That's 26 to hit.
Blimey.
So that's 9 points of slashing. Okay,
This is not very happy.
that's his go. We're back to the top of the round. Florian, what you got? With Miette preparing.
Okay, so I would have seen Vladimir move round, wouldn't I?
Yes.
Um,
Baron, you mean?
Varand. Yep.
can I always forget his name. I don't know why. Can I move up to him then? How much movement would that be?
That
If
would be... I assume you want to avoid going into...
Avoid going into the lava.
So you want to go this way round?
Yeah. But potentially, again, like, yeah, if you went...
30, 40 to there.
Yeah, 100% then
Yoink.
to there. Does it feel... Now I'm there,
Yeah.
is he still casting like he was when we first got in there?
He's not casting at the moment, no.
Okay, fuck's sake. Ugh. Can I try and... I'm going to hit him. I'm going to just
Okay.
try and hit him. Play simple, Fiddy.
No,
Jesus
do
Christ.
what you want to do.
So that's 24 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
So, flick the mouse out of the way. 24. So that's 7 points of bludgeoning damage, magical. And I'm going to try Stunning Strike.
Okay. Okay, that's a con save, isn't it?
Yeah, con save.
Pretty high con, but let's have a look.
Sorry, how much damage was that for you?
7.
I've lost it. There we go. Cons +3. That's 16.
Oh, fuck a duck. Yes.
You will eventually
Um,
stun something and just keep it stunned forever. I know this.
No,
This is gonna happen.
I never did.
Yeah, but you're rubbish at playing.
I've stunned stuff, but yeah, it's let's have a look. Let me double
You just
check.
jump off cliffs with your monk. Rubbish.
I'm just double checking that just to make sure.
Well, you've hit him once. What else you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna try him again. So why can't I find it? Oh, there it is. Yeah, it was 15. I was just double checking that it was 15
Right.
for the con save. And that's 22 to hit on the second
22
hit.
just hits. That's his armor class.
Ooh. Okay, I'm running out of d6s to roll here, because they're rolling really shite tonight. Okay, so that's 10 points of magical bludgeoning
10.
damage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try it again. Like, all he has to roll is
Sure.
shit.
He fails. Rolled a 13.
Oh wow. Okay, so he is then
Stunned.
he's stunned, but I think he's
Till your
until the
next
end of
turn.
my next turn.
Yeah.
Let me just double check that. Why do
Yes,
I
it
keep
is.
losing this?
You'll be stunned until the end of your next turn.
And as he's stunned, then I'm going to use my bonus action just to do one more unarmed strike on him.
Okay. Because he's stunned. That gives advantage, doesn't it, being stunned?
It,
I think.
yes.
I remember rightly,
so.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Let me
it
just
does, yeah.
double check.
Attack rolls against the creature have advantage.
Yep, yeah, I did say it's yes, advantage.
Oh, that is brilliant. That had advantage because one was a natural 1 and one was a natural 20.
Another
Right.
natural 20. What is going on tonight?
Um,
Well, I wish I could have some of them.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just happy that I'm getting a few.
The humans are on top.
For a change.
right. Okay. So I don't think I've had many this season so far. So are we doubling what we roll or doubling the dice we roll?
Up to you. You can either roll more dice or double the dice you roll.
Okay. Cool. I'll do
I
that.
don't mind.
Ah,
Roll one dice and then see if you want to double it. Or
no,
roll
no. I've just rolled 2 and both got 5s. So that
Excellent.
is 15 points of
15.
bludgeoning damage. Oh no, sorry, it's 13 because I
13.
don't add my thing to it on my bonus action.
Okay.
But yes,
Cool.
and that's all I can do.
Okay, so Miet, you're up with Sprocket preparing, please.
I will once again attempt to double stab.
Go for it. Roll to stab tab.
15 and 16, which I don't think hit.
Depends on who you're attacking. You attacking the creature? 15 hits, yeah? That's his armor class.
Oh,
So
okay.
they both hit.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, the creature's the only one near me, I thought.
Yes. Poor old Lance is not very well.
So that is a total of 14 points of damage.
14 points of damage. That was... I can't remember which way around these go. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Should have added sneak attack to that. I didn't need to. Huzzah!
The creature sort of, as you stab into it, you can feel as your blades go in. There's a sort of grinding feel, as if you're hitting stone. And as it slumps to the ground, its blood slowly oozing out of it. These sort of lumps of gems start to appear out of it, where it's dying, and all these gems are falling out of it. Anything else, Mia?
I could try using my bonus action to pick up that second egg now that I'm not being harassed.
Could certainly try. Strength check.
Strength check. No, that'd be a 5.
No, definitely not with a 5. Okay.
Grand sir, that's vegan.
That's you again. Okay, so, Sprocket, you're up with Yorick preparing.
So Domier's still up. Yeah.
He is, yes.
Okay. Who's that fighting the creature behind me? Is that Yorick?
Yes, Yorick, yeah.
Okay. Learning from my mistakes eventually, I will bonus action use my front to appear behind the creature.
Behind here. Aha.
Yeah. So in theory, it will only attack, it will only explode into the creature.
That's the theory.
And then I will attack. I will shout for orcs.
Oh, roll a d20 for me.
D20.
Yep.
2. Okay.
What did you roll?
2.
2. Fantastic. Well done. Good to know.
And then
Numbers.
the first attack is 22 to hit.
22 definitely hits.
Should know this one. D12, 2. 20 points of slashing damage.
20 points of slashing damage. Fantastic.
Second attack, I'll go. I said 4 orcs.
Roll a d20.
I'm not. This is doing something. 19.
19. Perfect. Carry on.
Okay. Oh, natural 20.
Excellent.
Speed. It worked.
Rocket is doing work.
14,
Okay, what?
31 points of
31
slashing.
points of damage. Do you want to add a D8 of radiant damage, please?
I do.
Which obviously you can double because it's a crit.
Okay. Oh, two. 2 more points of.
2 more points of damage. Okay, so as you shout for the orcs and smash, yeah. Dunmere is no more.
That's a spicy meatball.
Ow. Ow.
I thought you were going to say that was going to add 40 damage, so it's a bit like disintegration.
Psychic damage. Okay. Anything else, Sprocket?
How are the two creatures, the one behind me and the one that Yorick's fighting? Which one looks the
The
most
one
beat up?
in front of you, behind Yorick, is that's looking all right. And the one by Friends is looking similar.
Okay. I'll just go up beside Yorick because he needs help.
Okay. And does your flump explode?
It will be at the end of my turn, yeah.
Okay.
Because we all know that Yorick's a healer at heart, so he's not used to combat. Yeah, so the creature needs to make a dex, so.
Dex save. Dex save. That's 14.
Fails.
Oh, jolly good.
So it takes 6 points of force damage.
Okay.
And that's me.
And that's you. Splendid. Yorick, you are up with me, then Celeste.
Okay. I'm chasing Varand.
Okay.
He's my target.
Which way are you going? Round that way or round this way? I mean, he ran that way. Around the back of this.
Well, it depends. Would I quickly be able to see where he is?
Not really. You've got Celeste and this structure and Florian. You can see Florian.
If I can't see that he's come out the other side of the tower to me, I will just follow where he went around that side.
Creature gets an attack of opportunity against you.
Woe.
Whoa.
I'm using my woe to take D6 off.
Okay.
Is it named that just because you get to go, whoa, whoa, whoa?
Yeah.
It's Cosmic Omen. I get wheel, and I can give a D6 to my friends, or woe, and I take a D6 off my enemies.
Do I roll the D6 or do you roll it?
It says you can use your action to roll a D6.
So roll
and
your
subtract the
D6.
total from the
So roll
4.
4. So that is a 9 to hit. I'm guessing that one doesn't hit. So you get to there and you can see him just sort of standing, swaying, and Florian, I'm assuming, just grinning.
No, not grinning. He wouldn't be grinning, but he'd be looking like, and he'd probably give a look to Yorick and probably say, he's stunned until the end of, well, you know.
Yeah.
I can't really say that, can I?
So-
but he's stunned.
Yeah,
Hell.
so did you want to move up and attack?
I wanted to sprint up and grapple.
Oh, okay. Sure. Give me a strength check. Acrobatics or athletics, up to you.
Yeah.
He fails his automatically being
Yeah, he
stunned.
fails it. Unless, of course, there's a natural 1 involved.
Yeah, fair enough. Not a natural one.
Excellent. So you have now grappled him. God, how many condition tokens can we get onto one dwarf? So he's hexed, stunned, and grappled.
Not as many as you could get on a Goliath.
No, well, you know, they're taller.
What's the hex debuff on him? Is it
That's
strength?
from Melissa.
Yeah, but you get to pick.
It is strength,
Strength.
yes.
It is
He
strength.
did pick strength.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Strength is what I
Melissa
default
picked
to.
strength.
Strength
Okay.
is what I default to.
So
I thought
that's
that was the case because I planned to grapple him last time, and it just occurred to me.
right. So your bonus
I
action?
might have my bonus action be the hammer attack the goopy thing.
So it moves up there. That's gone.
12.
12 does not hit, I'm afraid.
Ah, damn you guys.
Okay, so
Well-
Lance gets to his feet, looking a little groggy, and sort of looks around him a bit and goes, "Ah!" and takes a swing at Miette.
No,
Yes.
not allowed.
Oh, why? Because
He passed his death saving throws, didn't he?
no, not quite.
He got healed.
Friend's
Yeah.
done something.
There's a priest, High Priest Varand.
Yeah.
Just a
Yeah.
clue there.
He doesn't touch kids.
Stop it. That is. Hang on, what's he got? As 20 to hit, not natural.
Oh yeah, I hit.
Ooh, D12, nice. Where be D12? Where is it? There it is. Ah, what's D12 is. Come on, Chaz, get it together. 7 points of blood slashing damage.
And with that, Miette is down.
Oh,
No.
quick, someone find a healer.
Right, that changes what I was going to do.
In that case, Lance is going to move up and attack the big dragon with his next attack, which is 11's 18 to hit,
It's our armor class.
and that is 9 points of slashing damage.
And Bridges poofs away.
Okay, he only gets 2 attacks.
Gus screams.
He turns and he looks at you, Gus. He goes, "I'm gonna kill you and all of your mates." That's his go. Celeste, you are up with me, then Ferenz.
I'm going to move 30 feet towards Ferenz.
Okay. Yeah. Right on the edge of Laster.
And then
Lava,
I
bit toasty.
believe if I centre on myself and cast Mass Cure Wounds, it will reach people within 30 feet of me.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Will that reach me at?
It will not quite.
Okay. Well,
But
that's as far as I can go. And yeah, I'll do the Mass Cure Wounds. So I will get Ferenz, Trellador. Can I reach Trellador still?
30.
No, I can't.
You can reach Ferenz. 30. Florian. And
I don't need it.
30.
Feels like
Gus.
she should be able to reach me. Yeah.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, yeah, actually, sorry, yes, the dice was in the way. It is 30, that square there. So, yeah, you can get Miette, Gus, Ferenz, and Florian.
Can't get Yorick. No, I can't get Yorick.
No.
Okay, well, it's going to be Ferenz, Gus, Miette, and myself.
Okay.
Because Florian doesn't need it.
Okay.
So that's my level 5 spell. So that's 18 to everybody there.
Okay.
And I will
I just
also-
want to retcon that he would have run up to Gus.
And I will also chalice Miette as well.
Okay.
Chaz, just to be a pain, would you add the movement? He was laying on the floor, got up, which is half, and then moved over to Bridris.
So he's got. He was there, wasn't he? So
He was one square
There,
further
wasn't he?
over.
Was there?
No, he's
there.
one more up there. There.
There. So he went 5 and then 5, 10, so 15. So yeah.
Okay, yeah, I was just.
But good
That's
looking
another-
out. That's cool.
Another 12 to me.
Nice. Yeah, you feel
Thank
warm
you.
and fuzzy. Well, you always feel warm and fuzzy.
Apart from when you're dead on the floor.
I mean, it's still warm.
That was one time. Pepper.
Ooh, that's interesting. I wonder. Okay, hang on a second. Miette, can you roll me a d20, please?
17.
17. Yeah, you feel fine. It's all good.
That's not at all suspicious.
You're fine. It's all good. Don't worry about it. This is not the explanation you're looking for. Okay, so where did we get to? Sorry, that was Celeste. That was your guys. Are you done?
Yes, that's me done.
Okay, so that's me. So Mr. is just going to turn to you and give his 3 attacks. So first one with his claw, which is a... Hang on, ready, go. Oh, come on, idiot. Oh, 20 to hit? Not natural.
You're muted, Dan.
Yeah. Okay. 8s.
Yeah. Hit.
8. That's 7 points of slashing damage, half to 3. Claw again.
Light tickle.
Which is 19 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. It's even worse. It's 5 points, halved to 2. And
So trying to hit me.
Fucks. Why?
it will spin and hit you with its tail, or at least try to. That's better. That's 21 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, and that is D12. Where are we? D12. Here we are. Better. That's 12 points of bludgeoning damage, half to 6, and a strength saving throw, please.
24.
Yep, you're fine. You sort of spins around, smacks against your knees with the tail. You just sort of stand there and
I'll jump over it.
Oh, okay. You can jump over it. Absolutely. That's its go. Varen's go. He's stunned. Ferenz, you're up with Gus preparing, please.
Okay. At this point, sort of like Friends hates having to do this, but then there's tears sort of streaming down his face. But he's going to use a 4th level inflict wounds on this thing.
Okay, what, the thing behind you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this will be at advantage because there's still the thingy on it because nobody's hit it yet.
Yeah, is it a melee strike, is it?
It's a touch spell.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So it's technically a melee spell attack.
Yeah, okay, yeah, sweet.
Not bad. That's a natural 20
That'll do.
and a 3. Well, yeah, we'll take that. That's 12d10 now.
Nice.
3, 7.
I think this thing's going to melt.
It might
Hang on.
do.
Inflict her wounds.
7.
Wins!
16. Oh, yes. Uh, 17. 9. And 11 again. So that's. Sorry, maths.
That's all right.
20, 30, 40, 50, 60. No, I'm going to do it different way. Fuck it. Sorry. Math is hard. think that's right. Does it add anything to it? What's the fucking spell now? Yeah. 91 points of damage.
91 points of damage.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
That's a lot. Okay. That's there. Okay. Cool. These things are engulfed in whatever it is that your spell looks like.
Yeah, so the usual sort of white fire that you used to with friends just turns this sort of turns black in his hand and just spreads over this thing.
Okay. You can see sort of gems start to pop out of it, sort of scattering on the floor, but still up. Only just, but it's still up. Anything else, friends?
I don't think I can do anything else as a bonus action. No.
Okay. So, Gus, you're up with Melissa preparing, please.
Okay, I'd like to cast Zephyr Strike and say to him, "You have to catch me first, you fucking fud." And I'll move 3 squares left, if you like, towards the edge of the map.
Yep.
And then shoot him in the face.
Okay.
With advantage from the
Zephyr Strike, yeah. And you don't
Are you a dragon as well, James? Your accent changed.
Hey?
When you said that to him, you didn't have to
angry.
Well, the conspiracy beard did state that, his daddy was a dragon.
That's a 19 to hit.
19 for Lance does not hit, I'm afraid.
Oh, fucking
So
hell.
boom!
Okay.
You're obviously too angry.
Do it again. But this time not at advantage. Oh, that's better. That's 22.
Yep, that hits.
Okay, so I don't get the D6 from him. I'll move my favoured foe onto him.
Okay.
I can get a D8 from the thingy bob, which is that one. Okay, so 1, 4, 10, 12, 16, 26 points of damage.
Lance goes back down.
Okay, what I'd then like to do with the rest of my movement, I get an extra 30 feet of movement. So I'm going to go back to him and drag him to the edge of that lava pit and kick him over the edge.
Okay. So how much movement?
I get 60 altogether.
So you can.
So I move back.
So you've used 5, 10, 15. So you've moved 30. So
Yeah.
You can get 15
I've got 30
more.
left, so I've got 15 dragging. So that's 10 feet to the edge of the pit and just kick him over with the last 5 feet of movement. So he goes in the lava.
Give me a quick strength check, please.
Okay.
That's very unfair, James. Because that's exactly what I was going to do.
I'll say
60.
So you can have advantage because you're very angry because he killed Bridris.
18.
18, yeah. Splash. Lance starts to sink into the lava.
Nice.
Do you want to say that again, you little wanker?
Oh, Gus is swearing. So cute.
Well, he killed my furry friend. He killed my dragon.
Yep.
And then tried to kill me.
I know. Lance made a lot of poor choices there.
Yeah.
Right. Anything else, Gus?
No, that's my go.
Okay. Melissa, you're up with me preparing.
Okay. I'm going to move kind of diagonally up and left. So away from Ferenz and the dragon bit down there. Just to ensure a clean shot. Absolutely. Varand. Because I know that.
Okay.
Yeah, Varand.
Sure.
I just want to have that clean line of sight just because I know Yorick is grappling him right now.
Sure.
And I am going to once again blast Frenzy.
Okay.
But with advantage this time because he's
He is stunned, yes.
he's
And
stunned.
grappled.
So that is for the first Eldritch Blast, that's 20 to hit.
That does not hit, I'm afraid.
Okay. The second Eldritch Blast, that is a 22 to hit.
That hits.
15, so plus d6. That deals, tidy. 13 points of damage all told.
13, nice.
And then the arrow. So close. A 29 to hit.
Yeah, that hits, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. These dice are great.
Yeah, are they?
11,
Can I have a look?
13, 19 damage all told
19
from
damage
the
on
arrow.
top. How do you want to do this?
So Melissa's hands are trembling, her arms are trembling, but the bow is just completely still. The two blasts kind of spiral out, but one of them kind of goes astray and slams into the tower. The other one slams into his chest, probably knocking Yorick back a little bit as
Yeah, you can
Farron's
definitely
head.
feel the impact, Yorick.
Yeah, as Farron kind of gets knocked back as well, the arrow just lands cleanly into his heart.
Wow. And Varand, he's dead.
You weren't supposed to get. I wanted to talk to him.
Melissa just across the way just looks scared.
You just see anger.
You can bring him back after you've tied him up and gagged him and beaten him a little bit.
So, anything else, Melissa?
That is my turn.
Okay. So, we have... who's left? That guy with Ferenz, who's not looking very healthy at all, is just going to belch out his acid again. So, I would like the Constitution saving throw from Ferenz and Gus, please. I don't think it's going to hit anybody else.
Save.
22.
22, lovely.
20.
20. So you both save, but you take half damage. So that's...
I'm really glad you said that, Yorick.
Okay, good.
That wasn't my plan for what I was going to do next.
That's 27 points halved to 13 points of acid damage each, please. Okay. And then he will take 2 claw attacks at Ferenz. That's a 26 to hit.
Yep. Warding flare on the second one, so disadvantage.
Okay. That is 12 points of slashing damage.
Cool.
And 16... 7, so it's 14 to hit. I'm guessing that doesn't hit. Okay.
No.
Okay, so that's his go. We're back to the top of the round. Florian, what do you want to do?
Okay, so I'll be like, I didn't even think of that, yeah. Have you still got him? I can bring him back.
I've got it. You deal with other things.
In that case, then I'll loop round. I'll loop round
This
the
way?
back of the thing. Yeah. So I'm behind the monster with Trellador,
Yep, so you can have
Um,
advantage for flanking.
and a couple of pops at him
Okay.
with my fistaroonies.
Pop, pop. Fist away, fist man.
22. Hey, you said it was over.
Give him a good fist.
I nearly said a comment earlier on, but I didn't.
Then you should have done.
Absolutely, you should have done.
22 hits him, right? Yeah.
22 definitely hits, yeah.
I'm going to be forever known as Fist Man now.
11 damage.
Okay.
Magical bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
That one. The second one. 24 for that one.
Yeah, that hits.
Roll that dice again. That is 8 points of
8
bludgeoning
points.
damage. Magical. I take it you're still looking quite sprite, or
He's not looking rough. He's looking fine. Certainly not as rough as his friends over there, one of which is dead.
yeah. I'm going to stay where I am, and then use my bonus action
Yep.
to do. Hang on, give me 2 seconds to do patient defense.
Patient defense. Perfect. I'm assuming that's your go. Miet, you are up with Sprocket preparing, please.
Right, I am going to shoot at the monster facing friends.
Okay, so you stand up using half your movement and shoot at Ferenz.
That's 25.
25.
Not shooting at friends.
Oh, damn it.
Shooting
Thought I got away with that one.
monster.
I mean, you have history.
Subtle but important difference.
25
No,
definitely hits.
I'm just going to say that was Snow's influence. Clearly, he was always a bad influence.
Oh, right. Okay. We're
That's
blaming...
6 points damage.
How many?
6.
6.
Friends is in combat, so you should get sneak attack.
You should, and you do, but you don't need it. He had 5 hit points left.
Nice.
Friends, you watch as this thing sort of just... The arrow goes sticking into him, and he almost explodes, but in slow motion. Sort of oozing explosion downwards as all these gems sort of...
Are the gems in any sort of shape, or is it just gems?
They're just sort of rough, uncut gems.
Okay.
Like if you were to hew them out of the ground, that's what they look like.
Okay.
They're just shiny stones at the moment. They're quite large, most of them, and you suspect worth quite a lot. Well, you wouldn't care about what monetary value they had. Okay. Anything else, Bit?
I am once again going to attempt to pick up this egg using my bonus action.
Sure, go for it.
And I just at the same time kind of, whispering to the egg is kind of like, you need to help me on this one, little one. Oh, for fuck's sake, no. 5.
No, definitely not.
This egg does not want to get picked up.
It does not, no. It's strange. It's weirdly slippery. You can't get a grip on it. Okay, so if that's your go, Miet, we will have Sprocket and Yorick preparing, please.
So it's just that one creature in front of me that's left. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, as far as you can tell.
Okay, I'll keep swinging away at it then.
Okay.
4 real orcs.
Roll a d20.
19.
19. Okay, you can add a d8 radiant damage.
I have him with my power now for 20. Okay. 1d12. Oh, that's good. 11 plus 22, 28. $38 points of slashing plus 1d8, you said?
Yeah.
That's my 1d8. Oh, 8 on that one. 16 points of radiant.
Superb. So 32, 16, 48 altogether, yes?
Yes.
Okay, this thing's now looking rough. It's gone from alright to really rough.
Second attack, I'll go, you know what to do. Well, but I don't shout for you.
Okay. If you don't shout for Reox, you don't get to roll the dice.
No, I'm not going to pander to him. 24 to hit.
Hang on. I get to roll a dice for that.
Okay.
24 to hit, yeah, definitely hits.
That's 10 plus 7. I've been forgetting to have my rage damage, dickhead. 17. 27 points of slashing.
27 points of slashing. So, as this is the final monster in the room, how do you want to do that?
I'll say, I will shout, "For your orcs. This is his place. This is our place. We are powerful." And I'll just cleave this into. I'll sort of do like a running jump, two-handed axe down.
Nice. So as you through the middle of this thing, it's like a banana peel, and then gems just go all over the floor.
And then I'll just wink at Yorick.
Yorick's not there, but Florian is. As this thing
I
falls
don't care about
apart.
Florian.
So we are just got to make a couple of rolls.
I get smited.
Ooh. And let's see. Yorick, what are you doing? Actually, let's stay in the initiative order for now. Yorick, what are you doing?
Right. Well, first up with the dead Varand in hand.
Yep.
Because he sort of died whilst I was grappled with him. I'm going to try and lay him down, and as I do, cast Spare the Dying on him.
Okay. Spare the Dying. Fair enough.
And then try and find anything that I've got on my person to tie him up, to restrain him in some way, particularly to bind his hands.
Okay.
I'm sure I must have a rope or something.
Yeah. So we'll say that he is restrained.
Do you want me to do a survival check for tying or anything?
No, he's unconscious, so no, you don't need to. I'll say you can do that easily.
Okay.
Yeah, he's limp, Yorick. Do what you will with him.
Well then.
Consent, people, consent.
It's not hard. I mean, don't, Finny.
It could be if you stroke it enough.
Finny, stop putting things in my mouth. I mean,
Us dwarves don't all look the same, you know, Florian.
So that's Yorick's go.
Oh, this is quite a serious man. Can I feel as I've cast that as I'm laying him down? Can I feel that he's?
You can feel a pulse, certainly.
Pulled him from the verge. Okay, good. That's good. In that case, I'm just going to look around, make sure everything else is okay.
Everybody appears, all of your friends appear to be okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's my go then.
Okay. So, yeah. Right. So, we will come out of initiative order because the rolls I rolled were not good rolls.
Yeah.
So, what's the plan, people?
Yeah, Lorenzo just dash over to the other two eggs and sort of put them in the sling with the one that he's already got.
Okay, tell you what, we'll go for a little break first as it's nearly 5 to 9. That's a good plan. So hold that thought and we'll come right back to it. So, yes, with that, combat appears to be over.
Appears.
So we'll take a quick break, grab a drink, and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. So, the aftermath of the battle, you can still hear the sound of the lava is still... Sorry, magma, underground, lava, overground, yes? Is that right around?
It's lava.
It's lava.
Hot rocks.
It's lava.
It's hot rocks. The noise is quite loud in this cavern, and the scattering of the gems as these monstrosities die, and the sounds of battle as they finish echoing around the chamber. So, Ferenz, I believe you were going to do something. So let's.
Yeah, so
don't
he's going to
need,
dash towards
that anymore.
the other eggs.
Okay.
Pick them, put them sort of in the sling on
Okay,
his
give
back.
me a strength check for each one, please.
Yep, no worries. Strength check. That's 14 on the first one.
You cannot grab a hold of it. It just will not come up.
17 on the second.
Second one, you manage just to sort of loosen just slightly, and it twists, and you manage to put that into your back, in your sling. Anybody else doing anything?
Yeah, can I?
I was
So,
hoping I'd help Ferenz because I was right there and I was planning to pick one up as well.
Okay, strength check.
Yeah, I'd help out with the eggs.
Oh, no.
You can have advantage because Sprocket is assisting.
18.
18. You managed to pick the egg up. It's weirdly familiar, except slimier. It's weird. It's not
I'd go.
like the egg that you had for Bridris. It's larger and slimy, slightly slimy on the outside. It's very strange. Sorry, Celeste.
I'd go follow after Ferenz and just throw a level 1 heal and a chalice on him.
Okay.
I've now got pictures in my head because Gus has failed every one but one strength check to pick that egg up. That him and Yorick.
I've got 2 eggs now.
Oh, two. That him and Yorick were stood there for like 45 minutes before he picked Buzdis up.
19 healing to Ferenz.
Nice.
Can I take one of the eggs that I've got, sort of sit down with it, and then sort of start making a few prayers? So it's basically sat in my lap,
Mm-hmm.
and I've got my hands on either side of it, and start making a few prayers to the crystal dragon to
Okay.
understand whether.
What are you trying to do?
I just want to try and see if the big guy can help me work out whether these eggs are okay or not.
Okay.
Because obviously I've seen what came out with the monstrosities.
Okay. Make first off, make a religion check for me, and then we'll get to the inspecting the egg
Okay.
thing based on the result of this.
Religion. Where's it gone? I guess I got +4. 19.
19. Okay, so make your nature check, please,
Cool.
and you can add a d4 to it.
Okay. Well, that's not bad actually. 20 total.
20 total. I mean, you've never seen dragon eggs, but there's something not quite right about this one, you suspect. It's the coating. You weren't expecting it to have a slimy-ish... Well, it's not really slimy, it's just sort of that almost tacky, but not quite, sort of sliding. It's like mucus almost that's sort of over the top of it. So it doesn't feel like any other kind of egg you've ever seen. So you're not sure whether this is supposed to be like this or it's been corrupted in some way. You just don't know.
Okay.
So, anybody else want to do anything?
Yes. Can I run up onto the thing there?
The thing.
Words have escaped me at the minute.
Tower.
Tower. That's the one.
The big one or the small one? Actually, do
the-
you want, I'll tell you what, we'll put the map back up. He says. We can find the map. There we are. but we'll just have it small in the corner there. How's that?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, yeah, the tall one.
So
Sorry.
this tall tower. Okay.
Yeah. And can I do like a 360 of the room and make sure that there's nothing else what's gonna endanger us here,
Sure. Make a perception check.
or try to, should I say? Perception +3, only 15.
15. I mean, looking around the room, you can see where you guys came in, which is in the far corner over here.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see there's another sort of doorway in this corner. But there don't appear to be any immediate threats.
Okay, well, with the I suppose everyone's near the eggs now, aren't they? No one's-
Yeah, sorry. Gus was over there.
No, that's cool. It's just
There we go, up there. These eggs are now being looked after.
I'd go over to Yorick
There.
and sort of give what's his name a bit of a kick as I go past.
Okay.
Can you wake him up? I need to know where my mum is. He's locked her away somewhere.
Yeah, I've kind of, as I'd laid him down, I'd have sort of been on my knees next to him, just sort of breathing heavily in the aftermath of the fight.
I want to know what he's done to these dragon eggs, 'cause they're all slimy, not like they should be.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So before that happens, Celeste, as you sort of lift your hand off of Ferenz after healing him, you feel rather than see a presence behind you. And stepping out of the shadows is Delama. And she looks angry, really angry. She says, "You will all put the eggs back where you found them. Now, please."
We're rescuing them.
"You will all put the eggs back where you found them. Please, I will not repeat myself again."
Can we all hear her?
You can. Weirdly, her voice seems to echo around the room. She's not speaking loudly, but everybody can hear it.
Can I?
All right. Don't be a nick us in a twist, and I'll go back and put the eggs back.
Specifically, can I try, because we've spent a little bit of time with her.
Uh-huh.
I know it's probably going to be high DC, but can I try to glean whether she's saying that to us to help us, or because she's on like the baddie side?
You know what? There's a role you can do for this, isn't there?
Some kind of skill, especially built around trying to read what people are giving out.
I'm going to say, let's make it a insight check.
Ah, cool. Oh, that's not too bad actually. That's where are we? +7. 23.
23. Wow. Okay. You get the impression she wants the eggs back where they were so she can protect them. She doesn't want anybody to be interfering with these eggs. You get the feeling she doesn't appear to be angry with you necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
But she wants the eggs back where you found them.
Okay.
You've not been travelling with her for that long.
No,
But
completely,
with that
yes.
role, you would guess that she's not on Varen's side. It doesn't click with you that that's why she would be saying this.
So because I'm quite high up and most people other than me have quite good perception, I would kind of give the room a read and nod at them to kind of like just to give them to say like I trust her as such.
Okay. Is anybody actually looking up at Florian at the moment, or is everybody looking at Delama?
I'll be walking round to put round the lava bit to put the eggs back.
Okay. Cool.
as I walk
I'm
that way,
looking
I
at everybody.
say to her, "Look, I don't know what they've done to them. They're all slimy. That's not right. I'm sure."
I will fix them. Put them back.
Oh, that's good, Dad. How are you going to do that?
I will show you. And she
Okay.
starts to shimmer. Her whole body starts to sort of almost vibrate in a strange sort of, and there's a sort of greenish hue about her that sort of expands to fill the sort of 20 or 30 feet around her. And where Delama was is an emerald dragon.
Wow, 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 Delamar. Sorry, I've been holding on that since I've met her because it's been in my head. I had to.
Noted. You'll be the first up against the wall and come the revolution.
Yes.
Can I ask a bit of a weird question?
Of course.
It's not quite a Fiddy-esque question.
Okay.
But
So
Whoever would have guessed that the person whose name was an anagram of the word emerald was an emerald dragon?
I like to give you some, puzzlers.
when we found Dell,
Yes.
would she have died without medical interference? Do I think?
How many dragons have you met?
One.
Two.
Two.
Not two.
Well, two to speak to, and I've fought one, two.
Okay. I'll say make a medicine check with disadvantage. Because dragon physiology is not something you really know too much about.
25.
25. You suspect she'd have been fine.
Okay.
Seeing her with all of her hands and feet now, as opposed to the one that was missing earlier, you suspect that she would have been fine. So, everybody else putting the eggs back?
Ferenz will nudge Miette to put hers sort of near where Gothic has placed the other two, and we'll put them all together in a cluster.
So you all hear in your heads, now please give me some distance. This may hurt if you're caught in it.
Oh, all right then. And I'll run back over to Yorick.
And not knowing what's going on, I will come down from the tower. I've got slow fall, but I don't want to fall anywhere I don't want to. So,
Okay. Alright, so we don't really need the map, so I'm going to stop sharing the map. So
cool.
If you don't,
Like, sorry.
if you don't mind, Miss Dell, I would like to stand at your shoulder while you do this, and
I do mind if you would give me some space, please. This may hurt if you are caught in it. I mean, you are welcome to stay, but
right.
you will probably be damaged somewhat.
I will move away, but before I do, I will just sort of briefly touch Delamar on the wing, or somewhere
Well,
that's
her
not going to.
wings are folded up, so you can probably get to an ankle. Like, she's very big.
Okay, just an ankle then, and I wish you luck and cast guidance
Okay.
on her.
Okay. So everybody's moving away, yes?
Mm-hmm.
And then I will
Yeah.
back towards where Florian is.
I'm gonna, whilst she said this and she's gonna do it though, and if Celeste's moving towards us, I'll point out and I'll be like, there's another entrance doorway over there. I'm just keep an eye on it, and I'm gonna keep an eye as well. Just
Okay. So, Delama starts to issue this sort of green miasma, almost like gas-like, which covers her whole body and starts to sort of spread out from her in about a 40 to 50 foot radius of this green, almost mist covers the floor. and she closes her eyes. And this goes on for a while. So if you want to do anything else while that's happening, you're most welcome. Perhaps the dwarves, who were going to interrogate their prisoner.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as Gus has come back over, I'll
I'm going to get my short sword out and hold it against his neck. Point first on his Adam's apple.
Okay.
What questions do we want to ask him?
Where's my bloody mum? That's what I want to know.
Where's my
And
dad?
the rest of the Stalebanes.
You mentioned my dad too. What else?
What about who his actual boss is? Is he working for her, or is it somebody completely different?
Good question.
Do you know this individual? Have you met him before?
Yes. He's the head priest.
I think everyone knows him in the city.
Why is he doing
I
such
also saw him when we first went to that first town we were at, when we met all you lot, and we went to that place where we got all the work and stuff. I saw him in there making deals with people.
He's a priest of Riox?
He's meant to be, but I don't think he is. I think he's
priest.
batty.
I don't think he follows Riox anymore. He can't with what he's done here.
What has made him do such a thing?
Greed and power, no doubt.
I hope.
Look what he's doing to these poor baby dragons. He was perverting them and making them just full of gems.
Hey.
And then he'd kill them. This is what I saw. This is what made me run away.
Gus.
I'm getting carried away.
I know. I just...
Made me so angry.
I just hope, in a way, that he's just been corrupted by something, and that he didn't choose to do this. I gotta believe that.
How old is he?
I don't know. He's an old fart, I know that, but I don't know how old he is. Like, you don't usually go around saying, "How old are you?" By the way.
Well, I mean,
he's not going to get any older. Put it that way.
He was about before you were. I take it.
Oh,
right?
God, yes.
And how long's he been a head priest for?
As long as I can remember.
Yeah. I mean, dwarves can live well over 200 years, so...
I never knew that, but that's why I'm asking, because if that's the case, the only reason I say this is that we've come across what Melissa's pointed out as monstrosities before with extra limbs and everything. Maybe he's had dealing with...
Maybe.
Yorick, maybe you could ask Riox how long this priest has been out of his service, if he was ever in his service. That might give you an idea as to how long this corruption has been going on.
Good point.
I get that, but I think that's not a question you want to ask a god. A question to ask a god is, can you help me with this, or where is this bad person, or anything like that if we're on a mission. But
are you telling Yorick how to speak
to gods?
I'm not telling you, I'm just saying, like, a question would be, why haven't you helped before this if he's been doing it for the past 150 years? Deep, meaningful question. And like, you know me, I don't follow any deity, but logically thinking.
I know, you keep reminding us.
You could also ask that there's probably a vacancy for a high priest now, to say.
I believe that Riox is, from my brief interactions with him, he's not like most conventional gods in a certain sense.
Look, right. Let me just clear it up, or at least what I think, and tell me if I'm wrong, big man. But I think Riox has been basically taking a break for a while. Like, since the big war or whatever, I don't think he's really been that involved. I think he's been speaking to me as a way to get back involved with things. And I think a lot of dwarves, maybe Baron, have kind of drifted away from him a bit because he's been less hands-on than he maybe did 1,000 years ago or whatever. I don't know. But the important thing is he's back now and he's looking after us. I think that's as simple as it is, that he just kind of was on holiday or something.
Maybe because of
wait,
the
wait,
amount of gods that were put away during the war, he was remaining incognito for a while until he found he could no longer.
It's no secret that other long-lived or people or gods have claimed that he hid. I've heard it a few times. And maybe that's true. Maybe that's what he wanted to do. And maybe even after a while he just hid from the dwarves. I don't know what the situation is. I'm not really in a position to question God.
No, I'm not saying that. And just to clarify, by holiday, you mean vacation?
Yeah, sorry, you speak a funny language, don't you?
There's a
You
bit.
shut
There's a
up,
bit of
Simon.
overlap. But...
Sorry.
You know, when you're a immortal being with all powerful, you probably get bored doing the same thing with every generation, constantly on loop forever. Who can blame him?
I mean, he could have been on, what is it you call it, a bender?
He could have been on like a 300-year bender. Yeah, that's possible.
That's a bit
So-
more like it. That's a bit more probable, I think.
So the questions are: is
So,
who does he work for? Why? And where are your parents?
yeah.
Yorick, before you cast the spell, will this restore him to life or only give him enough life to answer our questions?
Well, I after Melissa shot him, I cast a quick spell to stop him from passing through to the other side. So he's unconscious at the moment, but he's alive. If I just give him a big slap or drop some water on his face or something, well, Gus, maybe you can piss on him. I don't know.
All right.
I
I'll
know
piss on him.
tempers are high at the moment.
He won't be in a
But I was-
position to fight. He's going to be incredibly weak.
I was going to suggest that it would be best if he was alive and forced to tell the truth, so people can hear the betrayal from their own high priest and not from two younger dwarves who ran from the city.
I am not planning on killing him.
Is gas?
I will parade him through the streets of Davold. So let's wake him up.
Okay. And you're waking him up by pissing on him.
Pissing in his face.
It's got precedent for Gus.
This
You're
is true.
Precedent.
He takes 10 points of acid damage and dies.
Knowing Gus, he takes 10 points of alcohol poisoning and dies.
Yeah.
So, you start to piss on his face, and he's like... as his eyes flick open. Did you gag him or not?
No, just bound his hands.
So, he comes to...
You make one wrong move or say the wrong word, and this sword goes through your throat.
Oh, put your tiny pecker away. Bloody scale beans.
Ooh. Might just like just prick a little bit of blood in his throat there with the tip of the sword.
That fucking stings, that does.
Yeah, good. So you're going to answer a few questions of ours, all right?
Oh, another fucking scale bean. Great. Just what I fucking
I
need.
know. I know. What a shame. So, we got a couple of questions for you. And like Gus said, don't do anything wrong. Don't bother trying to lie to us. Just tell the truth.
Well,
Who do you work for?
Who do I work for?
Yeah.
You got it all wrong, boy. I don't work for anyone.
So
Everybody works for me.
you did all this of your own choice.
Well, of course I did.
Do I believe that?
Make an insight check. It's really difficult doing
I
a
thought
villain voice in West Country.
Yes.
Every time I keep flashing back.
Do I believe that?
I keep
Good
flashing
luck
back to
catching
Dave
them
Prowse
killers, Dan.
being Darth Vader, and it was just wrong. Use
Morning,
a force,
Uncle.
Luke.
You could go gruff and deep, but then you just come across pirate.
Yeah,
15. I
15.
rolled terribly.
I mean, he seems sincere.
So
So,
what was the purpose of all this then? You pit the dwarves against the dragons and get everyone killed? What was the point?
no, you lot go out, get dragon bits and eggs. We bring them down here. We raise pretty babies. We make money. Money is power, after all.
Right.
Sorry, Yara, but what power do you need if there's nobody else outside this world?
Oh,
What are you
he probably
talking
knows.
about outside this world? Have you not seen yourself? Or do you think you're ghosts? There's a fucking only the bloody idiots round here think you're ghosts, mate. I've been out in the world. How do you think I make money? Knobhead. So is that it? Is it your questions, is it?
Where's my mum, you bastard?
Where's
Oh,
the
Sybil. Sybil. Oh, she's safe enough.
Where is she?
Why should I tell you?
Because if you don't, I'm going to stick this sword in you.
Oh, right. And then you'll never know, will you?
I'll just find her then.
Okay, good luck with that.
Probably just ask Reox, he'll find out for us.
Felix. That washed up old Asmin, we won't help you. He ain't been round here for years.
Who do you think led us right up here?
Well, it wasn't Reorcs, was it? Don't bloody exist, boy. Get your facts straight. This is not a god-driven world. There ain't no gods. There's only money, power, and what we think up here. Sorry, you can't point to his head.
Can I try something high risk, high reward here?
Of course you can.
Can I, like, just sort of holding my symbol, just give a glance up? You know, hey, Reox, mate, can you give me a little sign here, please?
Okay. Roll me D100.
Oh,
Because this could just be really embarrassing.
And if you beat me, well, we'll see what happens.
Those are the right. Come on, don't fail me. 67.
67.
If I need roll 2 more.
2/3.
Okay. So, as you clasp your symbol of Reorx and look up and ask the question, can you give me a sign? The world suddenly changes. You are no longer in this fiery lava pit with all these things. Everybody is now in a forge, a large forge. Celeste, you've seen this before, as have you, Yorick, and you, Trelador. And a heavily muscled, long-bearded, no shirt, dwarf, but huge, turns with his hammer in one hand. Clangs! He puts it on the anvil. Oh, I'm fucking real, alright. Is that enough? Yorick, or do you want some more?
I think that will do. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Hello again.
Fades back
Hi.
into the lava pit. And you see, lying on the floor is Baron's just sitting there. Or lying there. What the fuck was that? That's some kind of spell?
That's the boss, mate.
You see, he's trying to style it out, but he's looking really worried now.
I've spoken to Riox before, and he's not the only one. There are gods in this world, whether you want to believe that or not.
Well, you can all fuck yourselves. I'm not. I'm not playing. This is not real. You're just fucking hallucinating me. I've seen your kind of spells before.
I would have thought someone as powerful as you, Varand, would be able to tell the difference between an illusion spell and the truth.
Yeah, that was just an illusion. You ain't got no power. Next you'll be saying there's champions of Reorcs. Fuck off.
Actually.
Oh, you're a champion, are you? Go on and do something
Yes.
championy.
What, like, I don't know, smashing kneecaps in? That's quite championing.
Quite
Well, that's not really a
You said
challenge,
champion,
is it?
innit?
It's not really a
Championing.
challenge, is it? I'm tied up. Champions don't do that to people. Heroes don't abuse their prisoners.
No, just fucking bellends like you.
Yeah, well,
So
call
what
me what you
power
want. Fucking
do you have
That was
over
my
you?
cue.
Sorry, say again, Debbie.
No, just when he said, heroes don't abuse people. It's like, that was my cue. Leaning on Wandering Ghost's reputation. But
You
however,
said you don't serve a power.
You don't serve power, boy. You take it.
Interesting.
Where did you get your power from then?
Look around you. You seen all them gems lying on the floor?
What, that gave you your magic?
Oh no, I learnt my magic, didn't I?
From who?
Books, you fool.
Ew.
Who brought this thing in here?
You learned magic from books, you nerd.
Power is power, boy.
Well, from where I'm standing, you don't have any power
You're
now.
done.
No, you're right. I don't have any power just now. No.
Oh, and we're gonna drag you through the streets of Daggold, expose you as the dickhead you are, and then probably just crucify you in the streets. So,
Right.
Can I take another look at the second doorway just whilst this is going on as well, please?
Sure. You going right up to it to inspect it, or are you doing something else?
No, just literally from where I am.
Okay, make a perception check.
like- Yeah.
I will, however, promise your death will be swift and painless if you at least tell us where you're keeping any other dwarves, particularly family members of ours.
And if I don't tell you?
Then I'll make your death excruciating.
Well, they're in the cells underneath here.
How'd you get to them?
Well, you should know, Gussie boy. You've been there before, remember? Remember, you had cell duty. Back a few years ago, yeah. If you go out that door, and he points to the door that you've previously come in from, not where you came in today. If you go out that door, and then take the second left, instead of going back out the city, you go down to the cells. Or have you forgotten your exit from this city? Have you forgotten how to navigate it?
Do I remember that?
You can make a history check if you like.
Okay. 5.
5. No, you don't remember being given prison duty or guard duty of the cells?
I don't ever remember being down here at all.
You've been down here before.
Well, no, apart from that time I came and saw what was going on.
Only 14 for the perception check for the.
Looks like a entranceway. Hasn't changed in any way.
Like, as in, like, there's no one come through or anything.
No,
No,
one's
no.
come through it.
I'll just turn around to him and be like, do you not see that right over there? And I'll point to Delamere.
He sort of tries to sit up. Oh, right. You probably ought to kill that before it eats you.
Probably, but she's a friend, so we're not going to.
It's a dragon, you fuckhead. Of course it's not your friend.
And you're a fucking idiot, you dickhead. Okay?
Well, I might be.
So, where are their parents?
I just told you where their parents are.
Oh, well.
Do you not listen so good, do you? Must be that
I'll listen.
altitude
How
you're
can we
at.
believe you? That altitude. Come on.
I mean, you're
Let's
only...
get outnumbered here.
Let's
Lean
just
over to
drag him
Yorick.
and toast his toes in the lava.
I'm just going to lean over to Yorick quietly and kind of go, you obviously know this person better than I do, but he seems not too upset about being defeated and tied up.
You.
I was going to say, does he look worried at all?
Make an insight check.
Yeah, can I as well?
Yes, you may. You can have it with
24.
advantage, since you've known him all your life. 24. Okay.
Cool.
Let's see what Yorick gets as well.
Mine's... Double natural ones.
Oof.
Wow.
I mean, he doesn't look worried at all, Yorick.
Just angry at the moment.
Yeah. Celeste, this is a very scared person. This person will literally, you can say, if pressed, tell you anything you want to tell you. He may be covering it with bluster and swearing, but he's very scared.
So when I wrote the note, Yorick calls in a favour from Reorx to make Varen shit his pants. I was accurate.
Absolutely.
Good to know.
Well, I don't know about you, Yorick, but I can smell the shit in his pants from here.
Nope, I hadn't noticed.
He's terrified.
You know, so
Rubbish.
everything's fine now.
Elves down here?
Yeah. And look what people can do when they actually try and work hard together. Right? Look at us.
You got to
Group
jump
of
on
elves.
3 of us? Ooh, you're big and scary, aren't you?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And I've got the ear of the big man, God himself, and we've made friends with dragons, and we're the ones who are going to sort out this war that you started between the dwarves and the dragons, and we're going to save lives.
I didn't
And
start
you're
that
just
war.
cowering down here in your little cave, counting your little gems. What a pussy.
I didn't start no war.
He did.
Inadvertently, you did.
Well, might have been a bit of war, but...
And the
No.
death of all them dwarves is on your head, mate.
And the death of all them dragons.
After hearing what Celeste would have said to Yorick and that, would we have heard that? You didn't say it quietly, did you?
I wasn't standing right next to Yorick, so I wouldn't have been whispering it.
Yeah, so you
I would have said
that.
it in my normal speaking voice, which...
Yeah, but I mean, we're pretty much all around the bloke, aren't we? Can I try something here, Chaz?
Of course.
Can I kneel next to him?
Yes.
And I'll just go, I don't look like much of a threat compared to my other compatriots here, and then I'm not going to
He's really
touch
not.
him, and I'll spend a complete key point if I need to. I've crossed it off already. But as I do this, I'm just going to, my non-stone hand, flick it and switch it. And as if I'm going to cast or use Hand of Harm on him. So in my head, it would turn like a grey-black, then necrotic damage, what is done to him.
Okay.
And just be right up in his face and kind of sort of do that. Just to try and press him a bit more. I'm not asking anything. I'm not doing anything. But for the whole
Okay,
situation, just to
make
try
an
and.
intimidation check.
Oh, what dice haven't I used today?
The panic.
Oh, do you know what? Fuck it for this,
D&D
because I
Beyond. There
haven't
you
used
go.
it in ages. I am going to use the original dice I bought for when I was complete sold to the Temple of the Broken Hearts.
Okay.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, intimidation. It's not great, guys. But it's a natural 15 plus 1 for a 16.
16. I mean, you look at it, and as you do this, you just pull your fist back as you're just about to strike him, and the necrotic energy sort of almost drips off your fist. And he looks up at you with fear in his face, looks across at Yorick, goes, all right, I told you where your parents are.
Right, I'm going to go and find them. If they're not there, I'll come back and I'll stamp on your fucking nuts.
Right.
Well, let's all go. We'll keep him with us.
Might as well gag him now. I'm fed up of hearing his bloody voice.
All right.
You can
And
certainly
I'll
get
get a
it.
bit of cloth.
Easy enough to find a bit of cloth to gag him with.
Oh, and Varund, I should mention, you briefly met Riox there, but we also met his sister, Remora, the god of death. She was lovely. She won't take shit from you, though. Just saying it will be eternal pain.
He looks, if it's possible, even more scared at that.
Does he look like he's actually seen her before from that going down to that split second of Yorick casting spell of dawn on him?
No, he only went unconscious.
Yeah, he
didn't
went unconscious.
Ah, he did, didn't he? Yeah.
Didn't have time to make
Right.
3 failed death saves, like
Damn
his
it.
friends.
Can I look over and see what Delamar's doing?
Sure, yeah. You look across at Delamar, and she still has her eyes closed, but the sort of green, almost mist, has thickened on the floor and seems to be sinking into the floor. And as it does so, it reveals the eggs, but they look, although bigger, more like the egg that Bridris hatched
Right.
from, i.e. not slimy, but almost sort of sparkles.
Yeah.
And you can see they're all slightly different colours. Where they were all a sort of weird pale blue before, then now there are some sort of shinier red ones, green ones, blue ones.
I'll go, oh, Delamar, that's fantastic. Look at the eggs now. They look brilliant.
She just opens one eye, looks across at you, Gus, and says, in your brain, nobody else hears this. Well, I am a bit special, you know. Bit like you.
You are, aren't you? Listen, can you help us? We've got to stop this war because it's killing the dragons and it's killing the dwarves and it's no good for anybody. And it was this bugger here that was all behind it, and we're going to make him pay.
Right, hang on. Just one. This is all in your
Yes.
head. And her image shimmers again. She turns back into the dwarf that you recognised from before. She's right. It's much easier to speak when I'm in this forum. Okay?
Oh, right. Okay. Sorry.
Dragons don't tend to sort of talk out loud, you see. We tend to just... What's the vocal cord arrangement, you see? Because we have to spit... Well, anyway.
Like me and Bridris.
Yeah, quite. Bridris is very pretty, by the way. I like her.
Oh, she is beautiful, isn't she?
Yeah. Right, what was I going to say? Oh, you want some help? Well,
Yeah, well,
I'm
we
helping
need
here.
a voice. We need a voice with the dragons because we've got to try and stop this war, you see. I mean, we don't want dwarves and dragons fighting because, like, it's bad for everybody. And it was all because of these buggers here that we've knocked off now.
So
we're going to go and find the dwarves and tell them what's been happening and try and get them to stop fighting. But if the dragons keep attacking, they won't stop fighting.
That's a very good point. Well made. A little wordy, but well made. So, I mean, I'm not really very important. I was just pissed off because all these eggs have been going missing. I mean, Cyrinicus is the one that's sort of in charge around here.
Who's he?
He's a really big sapphire dragon.
Right.
I think you may have already had a bit of a run-in with him.
Oh.
He's not very reasonable.
Right.
So,
what about if you took these eggs back and then explain that we want to have a peace meeting?
I mean, I can try.
That's all I can ask is you try.
But he was like, well, he's like the oldest that's awake. I mean, he's not the wisest of dragons, to be honest.
Would there be a dragon that would be better suited for such a thing? That perhaps, if not awake, we could awaken?
Well, I mean, there's a couple that are supposedly still. Make a persuasion roll.
Is this me?
Yeah,
Or
you
Gus?
asked the question.
I was going to ask a question, but then the first question was going to be: are they speaking in Dwarvish or Common?
Oh, they're in common. Yeah.
I was like, I didn't want to ask and interrupt in case I didn't understand it.
What did you roll?
Got to be a natural one.
Oh. She looks at you, sort of, and switches her attention back to Gus. So, I mean, I could try and ask him, but he's a bit, and he really doesn't like dwarves. I mean, really doesn't like dwarves. I mean, I'm not keen, but I've always liked being a dwarf. I used to come to the city sometimes. It was fun. Years ago, mind.
But I think part of the problem is this war has been going on for so long. The fighting has, but this war has just come now. Even our God says we've got to stop it.
Yeah, I heard you say something about a god.
Rior.
Rior's.
Yeah, he's our God.
I mean, I've heard the name.
Del,
Huh?
would they talk to friends?
She looks across at friends. Oh, I mean, he's tall, so that helps, I suppose.
He seems to have a special connection with dragons,
Does he?
from what I can gather.
Right.
Brenz is probably stood at this point wreathed in white flame and just muttering in Draconic and swaying slightly while with the prayers to the Crystal Dragon.
Right.
Hey, friends, could you get your dragon to come and do some intermediary work? You know, like talk to them. Because your dragon's big and old, isn't it?
Careful, Gus, you're going to have a stroke.
What? Hey, I'm the brains of this organisation, remember?
How could I forget?
Delamar sort of looks back at you, Gus, and says, right, hang on a second. Now, I know, round here, the Cyrinicus is in charge, right? Because he's the oldest that's awake. There's, in the forest, out west, where the elves live, there's another one.
Right.
Yeah, it's like, I can't remember, but she's asleep. Her name's Lunaria. She's a moonstone dragon. They're very cool and calm and collected, so that might be a good one to start
How'd you
with.
wake up a sleeping dragon then?
Well, I don't know. Because, like, I've always been awake. I haven't been asleep. I mean, you could ask Cyrinicus, but again...
He might bite my head off.
He would
Literally.
probably... yeah, he would probably just eat you.
Yeah.
I know you said you know that we've encountered him before, and it didn't go well to start off with, but there was a bit of hesitation in between when we said that we didn't want to hurt him. We're trying to save the dragons too. that reasoning is like completely out of his head. He would not listen to anything like that.
I mean, if he's already tried to eat you once, then he'd probably try again.
Okay, so
Like I said, he's
maybe
not very wise.
maybe in the meantime then, if possible, if we can find this Lunaria in the forest,
Yeah, or Shine.
or Shannon,
Shine,
but if we can
yeah. But I don't know where he lives.
but if we can find one of these and
He's
we
very
know
cute.
can
He looks a bit like, your friend over there. Points at Ferenz.
Do you think that might be your dragon then, friends?
But he's been asleep for a long time. Sorry, Ash, missed what you said.
Okay, he wouldn't hear anybody calling to him unless you actually come and actually poke him and touch him because he's focused entirely on what he's doing.
I would, because I was the one who suggested him in the first place, I would go up to him and I wouldn't like poke him, but friends, I'm sorry to interrupt your prayers.
Yeah, the stream when it just stops, the fire just goes out. I mean, what's the matter, Miss Celeste?
We're trying to discuss ways to end the war, and since you have an affinity with dragons, perhaps you could be an emissary of sorts?
I mean, that's what the boss sent me here to do, so, I mean, the Great One wants...
Do you know how to wake a sleeping dragon?
Who to wake a sleeping dragon? Do I know how to wake a sleeping dragon?
I mean, no, you've never had to wake a dragon. I mean, the Great One has always been asleep, as far as you know,
Yeah.
for all eternity.
Yeah.
He,
Do you know
you
if
can
your
hear
dragon...
his thoughts and
Yeah.
sometimes interpret dreams, but you've never actually physically seen him or spoken to him.
Do you know if your dragon's called Shine?
I don't know.
Oh.
I mean,
It's just Delimos there said that there was a really old ancient dragon that had been asleep for ages and ages called Shine and looked a bit like you.
well, he lives on our island, and I mean, he's been there as long as we collectively can remember, as long as our history. So it might be, but I don't know. I mean, he's always been asleep as long as, and I communicate briefly in thought, and sometimes I interpret dreams and things like that. That's how we communicate. I've never actually been able to speak to him because he's asleep. But I do know that he's incredibly old, and I do know that he's really well. If he can communicate with me while he's asleep, he's got to be quite powerful.
Just thoughts in the mixing pot here, people, but if we know one is potentially in the forest where we just came from, maybe the elves know about that dragon, so may be able to help us. But also, Delamar,
Yeah.
do you think there's any other dragons out there which might listen to you, believe you, and hold off on
Well-
any further attacks to stop the bloodshed?
I have a friend. I mean, she'd be probably alright to listen to. Aberon, I haven't seen her for about 50 years or so.
I think any shot is a good shot right now, just to try and stop any more
Okay.
bloodshed and definitely the war for sure. But
I mean,
Try-
even if we just get the word out that we're trying to broker peace, that might
It's a good
cease
plan.
some hostilities.
If you take these eggs and show them to people and say that we rescued them with you,
Yeah, I could do that.
and maybe if we can tell as many dwarves we can, but it's still in Darkhold, that to stop attacking the dragons, and obviously again from your side and our side, nothing's going to come lightly, but maybe we can stop some of this shit going on, right?
I mean,
Miss
that sounds like a plan.
Delamar, would it be better if we gave the eggs back to the dragons, or would it be better if you did that?
Well,
Because I'm thinking it would be a peace offering from us and would show our sincerity if we gave them.
well, if you were to do well, there's a couple of issues. You see, as I said, round here, Cyrinicus, he's in charge. Okay, I answer to him.
Right.
So we could take me and you take the eggs to him, but we can't move those eggs now
Right.
because the healing, and you can see that green mist is still surrounding all of the eggs.
Yeah.
It's still, it may have sort of cleansed the outside, but it's got to go in and
So
cleanse
it's gonna take
everything.
time.
Yeah, it's going to take, I don't know, a long time to do that. But we might be able to bring dragons here.
That's what I was thinking.
It's not a bad idea, actually. At least one or two to guard them.
Well, I think I'm going to stay here and guard them, actually. It's not that I don't trust any of you. Well, I've only just met you, but you were very kind and you healed me, which was very appreciated. I admit I was pulling a bit of a fast one because, I didn't know what you were going to do. And I only had 3 legs at the time, so, girls got to be careful.
Of course.
So,
Maybe. Sorry, Delama.
I think I'm going to stay with these eggs just while they recover and heal. And you need to go and do whatever you need to do.
And maybe
I
Sorry.
heard that you were going to do freeing of dwarves and things, so...
You're
Maybe Yarrick and Gus and some other people go into Daghole a bit deeper, into the cities, not underground, and try and spread the word of what's been going on. And maybe friends, and myself and some people,
The non-dwarves.
the non-dwarves, yeah, try and, not just the non-dwarves, but, try and
I'm a
find
non-dwarf.
Cyrilicus.
What am I?
You're, in all intents and purposes for looks, Sprocket, you are a dwarf, so...
What?
It means splitting the party, but it means
what?
keeping the eggs safe and trying to diffuse the tension on both sides.
Well, that's a very good idea, Mr. Florian, but I think that the only fair and right thing to do would be Mr. Gus and Mr. Yorick to go and get their families.
That's what I'm doing right after we've finished this conversation.
So I'm thinking, why don't you all go with you, Mr. Yorick and Mr. Gus, and I will stay here with Miss Delamere for now, to help sort of, because I'm very intrigued. I've only read about dragons, so I would like to talk a bit more to Del about these things and whatnot. And while you're doing what you're doing, I can learn a bit more about the dragons and the situation. And maybe I can come up with something that, from my knowledge, to, maybe to help end this thing.
That sounds like a better idea if we can get that done within a day or two. And maybe, as you said to Gus, Delamar, that your dragon folk like to speak in their minds. Maybe you can reach out to the people you know who may listen to try and halt the attacks as we do this.
Yeah, I've sent a message to Aberon just to see if she's, about somewhere. Told her where I am.
I think everyone will, or not everyone, yeah, everyone will see if they're looking. Kind of, Florian kind of take a bit of a surprised look on his face and a bit of a kind of like a bow, as just to say, "Oh shit, she's powerful." Like, having met wizards and shit before, but a dragon who is just instantly, whilst having a conversation, just done that is like, fuck.
She sort of looks at you and goes, "What? You look a bit confused."
He gets a
Not
little bit
confused, just
I can't. It's difficult for me to tell sometimes with you mortal types.
I would say
So
probably
it's not just
all.
you; it's all of us, really.
Oh,
In awe,
right.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, you're
Okay.
normally it takes anybody to cast a spell in model form a little time and a little silence to do that, and you've just done it mid conversation and everything. So,
Oh, was I not supposed to?
oh no, do whatever you need to do. It's just in awe, Miss Delamar, in awe.
I
Right.
told you dragons are quite magnificent.
Oh, I like this one. He's a bit shiny for me, but it's quite nice.
Sorry, this is the you're from the boss.
You don't know a dragon called Shine, do you?
I mean, I
Old
don't know
fella.
him as I don't know him as Shine. We call him the
Lives out west
great.
somewhere, long way away. Or so I heard, anyway.
I mean, we live on an island. I think it's out that way.
Right. Okay. Oh, well, that could work. Possibly. Depends, really.
And we just know him as the Great Crystal Drake.
Great crystal. Oh, it sounds a bit pretentious, doesn't it?
Well, you know where these things are when
When they get old, they get like that. Some of them.
I mean,
I am the great, stupendous red boy, and all that sort of thing. I'm just Delamar.
He's been quite kind to me, and he showed me, give me a purpose.
Well, crystals generally are quite kind. They're quite nice, actually.
Well, having only met and spoken to 2 dragons, I must say I'm
You've spoken to another dragon?
Well,
Who did
Bridget.
Bridris.
Oh, Bridris. Right, okay. Sorry, that makes more sense. She's only tiny to me, though, isn't she?
She is.
He's a baby.
She's a tiny baby.
In comparison to your grand size.
Well, I mean, that's a bit rude, but,
on that note, Mr. Gers, is
Yeah?
Bridges okay?
Yeah, she's gone back home to rest a bit because she got it very hard in that fight.
Right.
yeah, they
If
get,
you speak-
when they're babies, they have protection, you see.
Right.
Or when we're
Well-
babies, rather.
If you speak to her later and she's still in pain or anything, let me know and I'll bring her back and I'll do what I can.
All right, appreciate that. But usually when she comes back, she's fine after she's had a rest and a meal.
And yes, and a bite to eat.
Oh, it's very important for little dragons to be eating almost constantly, to grow properly.
Oh, she's always very hungry, that one.
Yeah, well, she's a baby, so... Right,
So
anyway,
essentially,
I'm just going to pop back into dragon form just to top up the...
We've got to go and rescue my mum and the
Okay,
rest of them.
good. Always pay
When
attention to
we
your
find
mum.
the rest of the family, we can tell them what's happening. They can come and help us spread the word in the city.
Right, okay. Excuse me.
this
She changes back into her dragon form.
Oh, that's really impressive.
Would I, like, when you were talking, just backtracking a little bit,
Sure.
would I know any sort of folk stories or myths about a dragon in the forest in your area?
Ooh, make a history check. Mia, you can make a history check as well, if you want.
What you mean, apart from the Great Trellador?
Yeah.
Apart from my mum in the forest, she's a bit of a dragon.
Old dragon, yeah.
9 plus, 9.
No.
9 plus 18 then?
No. With a 9, you've not heard any stories
No, I
about
didn't think it was a bit
dragons
long
in
shot.
forests. Not at all. Mia, sorry, what did you get?
7.
7. No, news to you.
Can I actually? Because I'm a reader. I'm proficient in history. Could I make one?
Sure, why not?
I'm running out of dice to roll here. What haven't been shit to me tonight, Chad? Come on.
That's right, your companions have more than made up for that, the amount of natural 20s you got.
No,
for
they
that.
have. To be fair. 13.
13. Again, you don't recall reading anything about dragons in forests. I mean, dragons were always mythical creatures. I mean, you've read stories about them, but meeting them and those stories seem to bear no relationship to each other.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. So,
Worth a try.
Right, let's go then.
okay. So you make your way up to the far doorway.
I think so.
It's,
Everyone apart from
Right.
Lorenz.
Oh yeah, Ferenz is staying. You're staying.
Let's put a noose round this bastard's neck in case he tries to run, then he'll strangle himself.
Fine.
Run. He's running from you. And he looks fairly disappointed that you thought about that. You can probably guess he was going to try.
I've got some extra rope while you're going if you need some.
It'd probably be a good idea. We used a bit for the bridge, and I haven't got any left.
Right, I'll just hand over my my rope.
I'll
Yeah.
put it in my inventory then.
Okay.
So
So
rope.
you walk out, and where are you going? You get to the doorway, and there's a short corridor about 10 feet.
The way he told us.
There are
just
two sort of
left.
tunnels that go off. So if you go
Yeah.
to the left, and then it branches again.
Didn't he say take the second left?
He did. So you
Yeah,
go
we'll do that.
left, then left again,
Yeah.
and it starts to go down. And it sort of winds down. And knowing tunnels like these, like you do, it feels familiar. It feels properly dwarven built, and it feels like you're curving back underneath that chamber that you were just in. But it's cool. There's no heat from lava. There's no rocks. Nothing hot down here. It's cooler. And you eventually come into a barred gate with a dwarf standing in front of it, arms crossed.
Do I recognise him?
You do not. He's wearing...
Thank you. Open the gate.
Who are you?
My name's Fergus Scalebane.
Certainly, sir. Opens the gate. Here,
I'll go through
why have you got him
because
tied
he's
up?
a traitor
Oh.
and he's going to pay the price.
Oh, you've come to put him in a cell, have you?
No.
Right. Who are all these weird people?
He's going to get dragged through the streets of Daggold. We're just here to get out any
Oh, you
prisoners
can't...
who shouldn't be down here.
Whoa, hey, hang on a second, right? You can't come down here just letting prisoners out. That's not how this works.
And you think that a human being down here is absolutely fine?
Absolutely not.
Well, exactly. So
So I don't
let's
know who
continue.
you people are. I mean, I was quite prepared to let Mr. Scalebane in here, but...
Well, I am also a Scalebane, Yorick Scalebane.
Yorick, yeah, I've heard of Yorick Scalebane, yes.
Okay, well, if we come in and let people out, can our friends all stay here? Be fine.
You can't come in and just let people out.
All right, we're letting out the people who shouldn't be locked up, like my mum.
Your mum's in here.
Yes.
What'd she do?
She didn't do nothing apart from say this bastard was a bastard.
The bastard was a bastard. Right, okay.
He's been ripping us off and having us fighting dragons for his own personal greed for the last hundreds and hundreds of years.
What? Really?
Right, look, mate, right.
What?
It's been a long day, and we just need to get in and get a couple of people out because they shouldn't be here. I don't know. We can't say that everyone that's in here shouldn't be in here, but our family definitely shouldn't.
I'll tell you what I do, right? I was never here. I was fighting on the wall somewhere.
I think that's a good idea.
Bye! Just takes off.
As he takes off, can I just be like, don't forget we're not going to be fighting the dragons.
He's gone. Just legs it.
I was prepared to slip in some gold as well then, but, you know.
He's just gone. He's decided he doesn't want any part of all that, whatever this fuck shit
As he's
is.
done that, I'm going to just go straight in and start searching for my mum.
Okay. Give me a quick...
And any other relatives I can see.
Yeah. In here, there are cells. It is cold, damp. It's a really weird place. It smells. It's very unsanitary. There's smell of urine, feces, vomit, illness, death. It's a vile place. And the further you go, the worse it gets. The darker it gets.
This ain't proper dwarf. This is bad. This is evil.
And most of the cells you come across are empty to start with. And then the next ones you come across have dwarves that are rotting corpses. And then a bit further on, there are people that are possibly still alive, but only just. And then, as your footfalls go down the walkway, you can hear a very familiar voice, Gus and Yorick. If you don't let me out of here, I will fucking personally fuck you right up. What? Gus?
I'll go running towards it.
Fergus, Scaleman, you get me out of here right now.
I'm coming, Mum.
You go up and she's at the bars. And you can see that these bars have been... Most of the other bars you've seen are solid. This one has fresh sort of drag marks on the floor and on the ceiling where she's been constantly pushing them backwards and forwards trying to escape.
Right, where are the keys? I'll look around and see if I can see any keys hanging up.
Gus?
What?
You came all the way down here. You didn't bring any keys.
Well, I don't know where the keys. I've never been here before.
He brought the next best thing.
What?
If you excuse me, and I'll push Gus out of the way and I'll do my thing with the locks.
Now,
Guidance.
that's...
Panel you in the snow.
Oh, this is Miss Miette. She's my friend.
Madame Miette, Gus.
Hang on a minute. There's a lot of voices down here that I don't believe I recognise.
Oh, they're my friends.
Hi.
Now that one I recognise.
You know Yorick, of course,
Yorick?
don't you?
Where have you been?
I've been looking after Gus.
Your mum and dad are going to be well pissed off at you.
I know.
Now, roll your lock picking, which is your
Guidance as well.
with guidance.
If it helps,
Again.
That would be a dexterity check with your proficiency bonus.
I know you're treading waters.
Panel you in the snow.
17?
Oh,
God.
17.
So,
Nice.
Is that including the D4 of guidance?
Oh, sorry, no. $18.
18. So, it's not particularly sophisticated lock, this. It's just solid. So you can get in there and work your magic, and there's a click, and the gate, as she pulls it, it almost comes off its hinges at the same time as you pulling it as the lock breaks. Right, you're a bit clever, aren't you?
I'm just going to
Thank you very much.
Give her a big hug.
You're very
No,
welcome.
all right, Gus. All right, calm down, boy.
Are you
Bloody
injured,
hell.
ma'am?
Injured? No, you're... Oh, hello. You're quite tall.
She's an elf.
Is she now? Well, that's
Yeah.
very, very good to know. Fantastic. So, no, sorry, I am not injured. I am, and you see in front of you, dwarven female, long red hair, nice trimmed, but getting a bit out of control beard. She's probably been down here for a bit. And she's about 3 or 4 inches shorter than Gus, but powerfully built. And literally, when Gus starts to hug her, she literally picks him up off the floor, which is no mean feat. Gus is, solid. She said, "Oh, I've missed you. Hang on a minute. Where did you bloody go?"
There's a long story. We'll tell you on. Are there any more scale banes down here we need to free? Because
No,
I've heard that
it's just
you-
me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think your mum and dad went out on patrol, but I ain't seen them for a while.
Where's Dad?
Well, Dad's... I don't know exactly.
Right, well, we'll find him.
All
We
right.
found him, we'll find him.
Right, now, Tell you what I
You
do
might
need.
be interested in what we've got here, though.
Is it
And
beer?
I'll point at Varind.
Oh, that little shit. Let me at him. Pushes
Oh,
you
no.
out of the way. Just BAM!
Careful. Right.
She absolutely chins him. And he goes... The gag sort of
Don't
starts
kill
and
him,
his
man.
blood
We need
comes out of
to
his
show
mouth.
the rest of the people what
Kill him? I
he's
am
been
not
doing.
going to kill him. I'm going to make him suffer, though.
I make sure that the gag is properly back in his mouth after that hit.
So,
Would you like some food and water? Yeah, I imagine you've been down here for some time.
all right, I know I need a wash. But
No,
I see where you get it
Drink?
from, Gus.
drink water? Are you
Beer.
mental or something?
Here's my hip flask.
Oh, good boy. I've always liked you, Yorick. One of my favourites you are. Gus, you could learn a thing or two from your cousin. Puts it back. Gives it back to you. Right, so that's a
Gus,
bit of
maybe you-
fortification.
Gus, maybe you should write that down.
No,
Why?
Yorick doesn't write it down. Have you not been
Yorick-
paying attention? Right. So, first order of business. Find your mum and dad. Find your dad.
Yeah.
Embarrass the fuck out of this shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
But we've got another thing to tell you, right? Yorick's been talking to Reorx.
Oh,
They're,
has he now?
they're on very good terms, and Reorx says we've got to stop the war. So
That
we've been
Might
talking
be a
to the
bit of a
dragons.
hard sell.
I know, but we've been talking to the dragons, and we're trying to get feelers out there to try and sort of sort something out.
You've been talking to dragons.
Oh, I've got a dragon.
A lot's happened, Miss. We've got a lot to fill you in. Should we get out
Don't
of here?
worry, they'll talk to you at length.
Right.
Let's get out of here and get back to somewhere safe, and then we can tell you all about it over a beer or two.
Gus, that's the first sensible thing you've said since you've been back.
Right. Okay. Come on then.
And that's where we'll call it for today.
Ooh.
So we're ending the session on going to the Winchester and waiting for this all to blow over again.
Yeah.
Yes, we are. Because I've been dying to do that.
If we head to the Winchester, we won't go very far. I mean, Florian's like right next to most of us.
Exactly. Ah.
It's just the one war, actually.
Oh, I still love you.
Jesus.
So, that's where we're going to pause Helloran Rising for a while. This is episode 70. I'm DM. I need a little break, so that's what we're going to do. Is I'm going to have a break. But first of all, before we get into that, let's just have a quick round of room, see what we think of what's going on, and remember to put your conspiracy beards on, people. So, who would like to start? Is there a shooting hand in the air? There is a Ferenz.
Yeah.
Take it away.
There won't be any conspiracy bearding from friends, but he is extremely excited to get a one-on-one with the dragon,
Indeed.
and an awake one to boot.
Mm.
Conspiracy beards, I can see them coming.
But yeah, so he's very, very happy with how this turned out. He's not so happy that he's had to hurt something. He doesn't like hurting anything. He doesn't like using his magic to hurt things. But he knows that the Great One will understand.
I mean, that's a reasonable assumption. I mean, he put you on this path after all, so...
Yeah. So obviously, and friends is just relying on the fact that sort of like this is where he's supposed to be. But he's very interested in sort of what Dell's done to these eggs and sort of whether there's anything that he can do to help. He's very
conspiracy hair as well, look.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
He's very intrigued as to whether or not this.
Oh my
Shine.
god, it's all coming.
Oh God. He's very sort of intrigued as to whether this shine is actually the Great One.
Indeed, yes. Interesting to find out.
Yep.
Oh my god.
I first saw Philly and I thought, are we just the ones with a complex?
Yeah, literally. Literally. I saw you putting on your fucking hair, and I was like, ah, bollocks to you. I've got a beard already.
Now then, Fiddy.
Beard on beard. And then we just got Hagrid down the bottom there.
Yeah.
we got Hagrid, a dwarf, and someone from a 1980s rock band.
Yeah.
Damn
You're a
fucker.
wizard.
That's literally what I got the hair for the dress up as a 80s rock band.
Awesome.
He's
Ah.
D. Schneider with a little bit more facial hair.
But yes, I've got one next.
Okay.
Conspiracy beard and hair this
Yeah.
time. Doesn't know where Gus's dad is. It's
Mm.
been disappeared and potentially.
Yeah, odd, yeah.
Yeah. But like, I mean, what if
More-
Gus's dad is?
More fuel for the Gus's dad as a dragon theory.
Yeah,
What if,
Yeah.
exactly.
What if Gus's dad is the bad-tempered Sapphire?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, exactly that. But no, awesome episode.
No, if that was my dad, he wouldn't have tried to kill me, would he?
Well, you never know.
Depends how angry he was with you.
Sapphires aren't known for their,
Common sense.
or looking at what they're trying to kill before they kill it.
But yeah, that was my main conspiracy. But yeah, awesome episode. Somehow got through that. I don't know how, but awesome fighting and decisions by people. I almost killed, as in completely killed, because I was going to put Barrand in the lava pool like Gus did with the other one. Glad I didn't. Would have been a very pissed off Yorick there.
I mean, it didn't get stated before, don't kill him, but I thought it was fairly obvious that we needed him alive.
Florian, like literally the whole thing through that was that Florian was like, "There's somebody else behind us." Like, it's basically kill or be killed, essentially. That was Florian's like thought process to it. But also a little bit of hope to Florian as well. Green Emerald Dragon, which potentially is, well, I think is on our side. Saving his sister and everything is a little bit more hope there than what there has been in the previous 70 episodes.
Cool. Celeste, what you got?
I'll pass the hair over.
Well, yeah, it was just sort of trying to pick up the pieces and make everything right again, which is not going to be easy, and we've got to try and find a starting off point. So I think once we manage to sway a more influential dragon, that will probably make swaying others a little easier.
I mean, it's a good start, certainly getting a dragon sort of on side.
But
or at least one that didn't want to kill you.
I think Celeste is a little bit curious about this dragon that's supposed to be around the forests.
Interesting.
And being as she's a druid of the stars and the moon are fairly close together, there could be something there.
Could be.
Yeah.
If it's true.
If it's true.
Let's have Melissa.
You ever have like a big character moment happening completely off screen? It's really interesting, you know. It's always fun to play a session where your character just never talks. But actually, like today's session completely put pave to the conspiracy beard that I was having previously. Because what I thought had happened is that Varand and his cronies, Lancia and Dolmir, had managed to apprehend.
This is why I'm stopping for a while.
I didn't even say Dolmir. I said Lancia.
I know.
Had apprehended Delamere, and that was what was going on with the well that was below the tower in front of.
No, that's something else.
Yeah, don't know what that is, but I'm sure we'll figure out. But yeah, and I did think that there was someone above Varand, but just a greedy bastard.
So it would appear.
And as the Scalebanes put it, calling a bastard a bastard.
Yeah. Get put in prison for that, apparently.
Yeah.
And not the nice prison either.
The only bit of this that I find completely unrealistic is how someone managed to actually put Gus's mum in prison.
Yeah, that was a bit of a fight. So let's have Miette next, I think.
Conspiracy is going on or not?
No, I'm still riding the high of Gus's dad as a dragon. I don't. I'm the same as Jay. Like, I did think there was just going to be someone above Varian, and there's kind of like that sorted. That feels suspicious. But yeah, I'm totally going to be getting banners ready for when we go back to the forest, and Celeste is going to challenge for the job of the warden, so we can freely walk all around the forest and just give a fuck you to Trelora's mum and whatever's going on there.
Be the first
I
time
think that
that
makes everyone happy.
Yep.
Trelador Sprocket directly supports Celeste on something.
Yeah, Celeste won't know what to do with herself.
Indeed. So, let's have a look. We've got our dwarves. Which of our dwarves should we go to? Let's go to Sprocket first. How's life in Sprocket's head at the minute?
He probably zoned out a little bit when he was talking, because, talking. But I think he's kind of in a weird way looking forward to looking at the, exploring the city a little bit more. Because obviously we just snuck through it. Because he's got to find out whether this is his home. But he was also very pleased that Reorx came when he commanded and helped him out. So he's...
In command.
Not sure I'd use the word command, but yeah, okay.
Well, semantics.
Asked nicely.
Potato.
Yeah, so you see, he feels like he's getting more champion-y.
Well, it seems to be working. Whatever it is that's actually happening. Because I'm not sure it's commanding, but,
We'll see.
Okay, so Gus.
I'm just happy I found my mum and she didn't hit me. Yet.
There's time.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if that's it, Gus, then...
Yeah, I got to focus on finding my dad now.
Indeed.
After we've sort of
Yeah.
sorted the dwarves out. Although I'm going to sort of probably rely on my mum a bit to do that.
Possibly. So, Yorick.
So, Treladocket, you've now seen Yorick and Reorx in the same place. Has that put the Yorick is God to rest?
No,
Okay.
because God can do lots of different things.
Of course.
He's all powerful.
I mean...
So he can be two people in the same room at the same time?
Yeah.
Secret is it was actually an illusion that
Yeah,
Varian just didn't see through it.
This is almost like actual religious arguments of any evidence against is just further proof of. I can't take this up. It was good to have like side to side scenes or back to back scenes of Yorick doing priestly things of summoning God and proving things to this idiot, followed immediately by Gus doing Gus things of talking to a dragon.
Yeah.
We had both dwarfs do their thing back to back. It was great.
Yes.
Imagine if we did like a cinematic, reworking of this. There'd be like a line that comes down the middle, and it'd be like, on
Awesome. Well, if there's no more questions, we will ask as we always do.
Fiddy, do you have a question?
Yeah, Fiddy, come on.
Yeah, do we level up?
I mean, why wouldn't you? You just fought a fucking major battle. Let's go, level up.
Cool.
So, get your dice ready.
bright lights.
I put them somewhere and I don't remember where. Hang on.
Okay, there's always D&D Beyond for those that don't have dice to
Just
hand.
roll one in your head.
So, let's go around the
Got
room.
one.
Reroll.
Celeste, what'd you get? What'd you get?
Yeah,
8.
8.
Amazing.
Lovely.
me too.
Ferenz?
6.
6.
Oh,
Very
yeah,
nice.
beauty.
And Florian?
7.
7. Perfect.
Yes.
Gus?
10.
10.
Out of 10.
Blimey. That's cracking.
Fiddy, I think that dice is broken. You might want to throw that one away.
It's 7 out of. I know it's 7 out of 8, so it's always good.
Melissa?
7.
7. Some high rolls today. Miet?
7.
7. Blimey. It's all going really well. Trello Bucket?
I'm taking another level in Reorcs Wrangling, and
Okay.
I have a 5.
5. It's pretty good.
Which is probably the lowest I've ever rolled on a hit dice.
Yeah. Still,
Wow.
5 is pretty good. And Yorick?
And I also hit a max of 8.
Woof. Wow. There's some. I'm going to have to beef up my enemies now, aren't I?
Ooh, I can go invisible now.
Oh god.
Oh, good.
I now have a 60-foot walking speed.
Martin,
And now immune to disease and poison as well, not just from the buff. So
Awesome.
yeah. If I'm right in thinking, there's now 2 divine interventions in this group.
Right. Okay, so I think the most worrying thing that's been said so far is Gus can go invisible.
Invisible. That's terrifying.
I can only go invisible for till the end of my next turn.
Ah, right. Okay.
But I can
That's
do it.
still terrifying.
I can do it lots of times.
It is still worrying.
Oh, I can also
think I-
use up temporary hit points.
I think I
Nice.
can choose what sort of paladin I am, and I can also channel divinity, which means control Reorcs, basically.
Well, he took a
Not
3rd
how
level in
that
paladin.
works.
Yeah, I'm a 3rd level paladin now.
Yeah, so you get to choose your subclass now.
I've taken my 3rd level in fighter.
If you want to talk about that, Dan.
Yeah, I've done the thing. Yeah.
Give me a shout at some point. We'll go through it and see. Look at appropriate choices.
You did.
My chalice now does 2d8.
Nice.
Huh.
So,
I can make myself invisible 4 times in
Awesome.
a long rest, but only for that turn.
well. Still quite worrying for your companions, I think. An invisible Gus. Not great. So, if there are no more questions or anything,
no, the great big question asker doesn't have
I'm
any.
just about to ask that final thing for the last time for quite some time. So, Terry, do you have any questions?
What the fuck just happened?
I mean, good question. For those that didn't hear, it was what the fuck just happened? Well, there are several answers to that. One
can
is
give it
watch the video.
I can give it 465 pages of notes.
We can also share notes with you. So, with that question almost impossible to answer, thank you all very much for playing. You've been wonderful for the 70th episode. It's been really, really good fun, a really good trip. We will, of course, be back with Helloran Rising at some point, but we will be taking a few months off just to let me recharge and write and get in the right space to DM again. So, in the meantime, there will be, on Tuesday evenings, something called, well, I'll let the DM that's going to run it, or sorry, should I say the PM that's going to run it, explain further. Jay?
Arr! Sorry, that just kind of came out of nowhere. No. I be the pirate master. Yeah, this
Pirates?
is my work. Yes, we're going to be picking up a campaign that we played not with cameras. Originally, we'll be joining the adventures of the crew of the Elusive Tide, who have just kind of had to deal with a little bit of betrayal and a robbery. So we'll be seeing where that takes them,
Ooh.
They
and
stole my egg.
what new scallywags they can come across
Wow. So,
and get into trouble with.
when are we going to do that then?
Either going to be next week or the week after.
Okay.
I need to sit down and look at my notes because
Perfectly take a week off, Jay.
I was about
Yeah.
to say, yeah, because it's like
Absolutely.
bank holiday weekend coming up.
Yep.
I need to
Yeah.
remind
Okay.
myself on
I'll tell you what then.
how
If we start,
boaty works.
if we start on the 18th, does that sound like a good plan?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
So, Tuesday the 18th for The Elusive Tide, a piratical tale of nautical madness
And horny pirates.
and
Mm.
horny
Horny
pirates.
pirates.
Because if episode 69 of this show wasn't bad enough, which it's every week with that campaign. Honestly, it's every fucking week.
I don't know what episode we're on. I do have the
Well,
note
it'll be episode.
takers.
I can't tell
One.
you because you have my notebook.
I have the note takers
So-
notes here.
We will be doing that very soon. I believe most of
Okay.
everybody here is going to be involved at some point.
Yes.
So,
yes.
yeah, look forward to that. And we are, of course, back. Are we doing an Easter Sunday one? Or are we taking that Sunday off, Martin?
I am not available for Easter Sunday. I'm at a party.
Right.
Okay, no such thing.
No session
Yeah.
on Easter Sunday, so have a fabulous Easter. We will, of course, be back with the investigators as they investigate a week on Sunday. So, nothing from us this Sunday, nothing from us next Tuesday, but Sunday after and the following Tuesday, we'll be back and we'll be doing the investigators and the Elusive Tide. So, if you're into it, stick around. If you're not, off you fuck. It's all good. So, with that being said, all that remains is to say good night and yar!
Yeah.
See y'all soon.